Welcome back, world. We are here at Visions at Mid-America Outdoors Off-Road Park. I'm Miles alongside with Matt, and we are about to kick off the main event for the Pro Turbo class.
Yeah, this is what you've been waiting for right here. We got to see some battles. We got to see some carnage in the heats.
Yeah, Scotty Champion wiped out. Cash LaCroix wiped out. So hopefully we'll see if they get back on the line or not.
Yeah, we also saw Kyle Chaney turn the fastest lap. It looked like a 2:22.
2:22, yes, sir. And Devin Young won his heat.
Yeah, so this is going to be a battle. You know, this is a big money race. I mean, there's some heavy hitters here. They're all trying to take home this money. And these guys are going to come out here in just a second. You see the track there on the live feed. I mean, this thing is prepped. It's beautiful. This is the place to be here today, Mid-America Outdoors for Visions.
Yeah, this has been one heck of a week. Visions is hosted at Mid-America Outdoors just outside of Jay in northeast Oklahoma, spanning over 1,600 acres. It's a premier riding and racing park, extremely family-friendly, and here's our on-car.
Yeah, they're still up in the staging area there. We'll get these drivers coming down the hill here shortly. I believe what we were told is they're going to come down, get a sight lap in. We did a little bit of track work during the break between the heats and the mains.
Watered everything, made sure got a few rocks off the course, but it's going to be a fast run.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, this is a heavy field right here. You got Cody Martin, you got the Miller brothers here, you got Kyle Chaney.
Yeah, Kyle Chaney won King of the Hammers this year. Now he just won his heat in the Pro Turbo short course. Matt, we're going to have a battle.
Yeah, he was looking super fast. I think now, what you saw in the heat races, you saw Division 1 and you saw Division 2 go. Now coming back into this main, you're going to have more laps and all the riders on one gate, right? Or all the drivers on one gate, I should say. And the guys, it was a big deal to them to get the best finish that they could in those heats because you want to be on the front row. If you're not on the front row, you're in a position, that. Yeah,
so there'll be 10 and then 10 behind them, so there'll be 20 cars taking off. Yeah, so if you're in the second row, you're already in the 11th spot at least.
Oh, yeah, and then, you guys have seen it at home. If you've been tuned in with us earlier, you're going to get to see it in the main coming up. This big roller coaster hill section at the front.
Roller coaster hill, I like that verbiage.
It's imperative for these guys to get to the front and get that clean view, clean air, and get out front and try to just check out, really put some gap between them and everybody else.
And we think they're going to be doing 7 laps at 2 miles apiece?
Yeah, 7 laps at 2 miles apiece. These guys are going to be clocking around 75, 80 miles an hour out on the track in certain sections. They're going to be sending it over some pretty big jumps out there. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
And there's $25,000 being handed out today. That's just phenomenal. Jason Robinette and the entire Mid-America Outdoors crew has done an amazing job here at Mid-America. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. We've been getting in the pools. We've been hitting the bars, all the concerts. I mean, you can do laundry, wash your car. You can do whatever. Everything. That pro shop up there with food in it, you can forget everything and just come here.
Yeah,
awesome.
not to mention all the food vendors that are here. They got a food court at the top. I went up there yesterday. I've had Mexican food. I've had ice cream. I've had barbecue. I've had everything.
Hamburgers. They got Rand's Dogs right behind us. I mean, this place has it all.
Yeah, it's got everything you can need. The amenities are crazy. That 70,000 square foot water park has kind of been my spot. We get done. We work down here. We talk all morning. We call all these events. And then we go hit the pool every day for sure.
Yeah, go chill out for sure. And it's just amazing. Like last night they raised over $50,000 for the local community. So they just really give back. Jay, Oklahoma, the population here is only about 2,500 people. Elevation is about 1,000 feet. Grand Lake is just down the road and is in the foothills of the Ozark Mountain Range and covers over 46,000 acres of water here, in northeast Oklahoma.
Yeah, beautiful property up here. Lots of elevation, as you'll see in this track. Yeah, just looking at it from the live feed right there, you really see how big this track is, how much work goes into this. Got to give it up to the track crew, all the MAO staff for what they've done to try to get this track ready. We got a lot of rain the first couple of days we were here, and so these guys have had their hands full with getting this track dialed in and ready for today.
Yeah, huge shout out to the entire crew. Lots of volunteers here. I mean, every time you walk by one of these booths, somebody's in there working. The bathrooms are amazing. The track's perfect. This place, Jason had a vision and he built it. When you build it, they will come.
That's right, and he did. I mean, let's think of the lineup we've had here in concert so far. We had Trace Atkins here the other night.
Mini Kiss was fun. They've been tuning in.
Mini Kiss, yeah.
Puddle Saving Abel. I mean.
And There's still a lot more. I mean, we had some great country acts that were here.
Yeah, Fanatics is tonight at the concession stage.
Yeah, we've had, and still today, we've had all these FMX freestyle shows. We got some of the best freestyle motocross riders in the world: Matt Byton, Anthony Murray, Derek Burlew, and the local man himself, Kenny the Cowboy Bartram. And then Scott Champion's been jumping with us. You see Scott out there earlier. Scott, unfortunately, in his heat race, had a little mishap, rolled the car over.
Tumbled it, looked like the left front came all apart, maybe even a small fire. Is he going to be able to get that car back in for the main?
You know, I know they were working on it super hard. I'm not sure what the extent of the fire was, but, you know, knowing that crew over there at Crown Racing, Ryan Tewksbury and them, I'm sure they're going to work super hard to try to get him back out there. Like we said, a lot of money on the line, so definitely he's not one to want to sit on the sidelines, that's for sure.
And speaking about a lot of things to do, make sure you go check out Vendor Village. There's lots of merchandise to be bought up there. We have to give a huge shout out to all of our partners. We have Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wraps, Moto Race Tire, Offroad Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax Belts. So please support who supports the sport. Without all these wonderful partners, we would not be racing during Visions here at Mid-America Outdoors. So if you're building a race car, a mall crawler, a tow rig, absolutely anything, use all these vendors that help support us.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we live in a world of social media, so if you're on social media, follow all these brands, tag them up in any of the parts of stuff that you run on your ride or whatever. And, you know, also tag Mid-America Outdoors. If you're out here right now watching, posting, there's a lot going on. So if you're anywhere on the property, we want to see what you're seeing. So tag Mid-America Outdoors in your social media posts, and we will share it. We're stoked to have everybody here. A huge crowd. This thing has been, I mean, it's just massive. We had my highlight so far, I have to say, and I know me and you do a lot of announcing, but, man, those bullfighting and bull riding announcers.
That was a wild.
I'm all stoked
night.
on the announcers, but, you know, the athletes there were, I mean, I saw some dudes getting steamrolled in the bullfighting, and they're tough.
Yeah, that was my first rodeo, and that was not going to be my last now. That was a lot of fun.
That's right. Look at that. Look at how just big this property is. You're getting to see this if you're at home and you're tuned in watching. We're stoked to have you tuned in right now.
Yeah, go to ultra4racing.com/live. You can go to the King of the Hammers Facebook page, hit the share button, start a watch party.
Yeah, and if you're up here in the pits, if you're down and someone's hanging out in your pits or whatever and they want to hear what we're saying, tune in to 97.7. We're on the FM radio station here also, so we got some music playing. We got all the good stuff going.
Yeah, if you want to take a little break, get in the AC, hop in your truck, cruise around, you can stay tuned in with what's going on.
But I'm going to tell you, we're down here in the spectator area. We got covered spectator area right here in the final turn before the finish line. Right behind me, we got a bar. They got it all stocked up. So if you're down here hanging out and you want something, go to the bar, grab it up, tip these girls. They're out here working for you.
There's a great VIP section down here.
Yeah, look at that. It's so cool when you look around at the property and you can see all the UTV guys on the other side of the track over there lining up. They're trying to get the best seat in the house.
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll have the Ultra 4 Racing and the 4400 Unlimited cars with the UTV Endurance Race. And then on Saturday, our final day of Visions, we start out with Knockout Racing, then a Barbie Jeep race, downhill race at 2 p.m., and then Saturday night, Dennis Anderson has 10 of his best friends that'll be playing monster trucks.
Wait. Did I hear something about a world record attempt on Saturday night?
That is Saturday night. They're going to try to jump that mega truck over 200 feet.
I heard he was going to hit that big ramp down there at like 85 miles an hour. That's going to be something to see right there. Right now you see these drivers, that's your in-car view right there. These drivers are coming down the hill. They're going back up to the top. One thing you'll see right there from that camera angle, this is the coolest start around. Line all these guys up on top of the hill, and they literally launch straight to the bottom. These cars are hitting about 75, 80 miles an hour as they're coming down to the bottom of that hill. And when they G out at the bottom, you'll see some of these cars flatten out so hard that the whole bottom of the car will literally hit the dirt. So they've all stiffened up their suspensions quite a bit to try to compensate for that. The drivers that have been here before and raced, I think, definitely have the advantage. But, you know, Hunter Miller, Cody Miller, Kyle Chaney, all those guys that are here for the first time, I mean, they didn't look like they had any problems at all.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Chaney and Cody Miller really look strong today in their heat races.
Yeah, and you're going to see these drivers get up there. They're going to go down one by one, single file line, and they're going to get a sight lap.
Out for a sight lap right now to get a quick check of the course, see what's been changed, how wet the course is. So we have Wade Good Kobe Caraway, Scotty Lawrence, Miles Cheek, Scott Champion, Hunter Davidson, William Thomas, Ray Barnes, Shane Paxton, Devin Young, Hunter Miller, Cody Miller, Derek Tidd, Cody Martin, Kyle Cheney, Kanan Baker, Cash LaCroix, Cade Hughes, Jamie McCoy, and Paul Wolf. We have 20 of the fastest UTV turbos out on course on their sight lap. For 7 laps, this is a 2-mile short course. Matt, woo!
Yeah, you're about to get all the action for sure. It's these guys are gonna dial it in. They're gonna look at the track right now and check their lines from what they ran in their heat race and try to get ready to go for this one. One thing I am noticing, I haven't seen that 184 car, Scott Champion, out on the track. So
haven't seen Cash LaCroix either. So
we may have lost those 2 drivers. I mean, those were both good wrecks. Cash hitting the wall there in the spillway, and Scott rolling coming down the hill right here. Thinking probably that little fire that Scott had probably did it for him on that.
Yeah, maybe got some electrical or something. So tough break for Scotty Champion and Cash LaCroix. But that means we should have at least 18 UTVs out for the main event, getting ready to kick off here in just a few minutes.
And I'm telling you, it's the fastest 18 pro UTV short course drivers in the country. They're all here right now. Trust me, when you put this kind of money on a race, they all come.
Yeah, we have $25,000 on the line today. Not all to this class. We're going to spread it out a little bit, but there's some big money going out.
Yeah, for sure. This Pro Turbo is going to take that big chunk of that winnings today, but we still got a lot of racing coming up after this. We'll go into our amateur and expert divisions after we get done with this Pro Turbo short course race, or Pro short course, I should say, not Pro Turbo. But, yeah, there is lots of action right now. They're about halfway through the sight lap.
So we've got Chip McLaughlin and Bailey Cole. They'll be racing with Ultra 4 tomorrow. What are you guys doing?
We're sitting here smack talking, actually. Bailey and I have been doing this for 2 days now. And
so Bailey's probably better at that part, isn't he?
He's teaching me.
Kind of the same with the racing. You know, we'll just be out ahead, and then Chip will be here.
But what do you guys think of this short course? This place is absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Oh, the course is absolutely awesome, and can't wait to get out on the course with Chip. I know at the last race he was up at the front, and looking forward to a really good battle with him.
So, Chip, what are you most excited about on this race course?
Well, I like that we're going to get some short course practice. I haven't had that in a while, so we can get ready for the next 2 races. And this course, the JT put together, and the other guys mixing with the bouncer hills and the short course. Let's get a little bit of everything, shows what these cars are capable of, and we're going to go out and have some fun. I absolutely love this course. Yeah,
it's going to be cool. So best of luck to you guys, both of you tomorrow. You're Bailey's racing the UTV and the 4400 Limited, so good luck, Chip and Bailey Cole.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to everybody else, too.
Thank you guys very much, and thanks for having us out here.
So we are getting closer to kicking off the Pro Turbo main event.
Yeah, you see that in-car view right there going through that spillway. That's some pretty awesome sections on the track there with the spillway section. And then you got a split line section that's going to be pretty cool. It gives you a little bit of a passing option there. Jumps are a little bit different each line, but man, this is a fast track, and these guys are going to be clocking some big speeds and sending these cars pretty high. You know, hopefully they've gone back, they've made whatever adjustments they need to make. I think they learned a lot in the heat races as far as their tire selection, things like that. And we're about to see what they can do. We'll get them re-racked at the top of the hill up there. And here in just a few moments, we're going to kick off this pro short course race. And I mean, we got some heavy hitters for sure.
I was just talking to some of Jamie McCoy's people, and they said his boost hose fell off during his heat race, so he's making a lot more horsepower now, so hopefully he'll have a little better luck.
Looks like we got our official lineup coming through. We're getting these
there's Gage Hughes lined up.
Transponders are clicking as they go through that MRT finish line right there back to the top to load up. So we got Gage Hughes, Hunter Miller, Ray Barnes, Kobe Caraway, Cody Miller, Devin Young, Cody Martin, Hunter Davidson, Scotty Lawrence, Paul Wolf, Kyle Cheney, Jamie McCoy, Derek Tidd, Kanan Baker, William Thomas, and Nathan Wolf.
Nathan Wolf, he was racing in the, that was Paul Wolf in the bouncer class yesterday, so his brother Nathan's in the car today.
Yeah, there's some notable things to talk about. Kanan Baker, once again, the young man out there, 13 years old. He's going to be the youngest driver in the field right now.
Since Cash LaCroix dropped out.
Yeah, since Cash would have dethroned him and been at 12 years old, I believe. But, you know, Kanan right now, he's about to work hard to overcome some obstacles. He's got a broken foot. He's driving that car with a handbrake. pretty impressive. He had a good heat race too. I think he might have had some car troubles or something in his heat race, but he's back. He's ready to go. That team Backo Racing, they know what they're doing. They're going to get him back out there and try to be in contention for this money.
This is Visions here at Mid-America Outdoors, and we are about to go live racing for the main event for the Pro Turbo class. We're going to have 2 rows. Looks like we'll have 16 cars out on course.
Yeah, look at that view you're getting right there. If you're at home watching this, I mean, that roller coaster hill section at the beginning, just look right there. You can see as you look down the line, look how sick that looks with all the cars lined up. Immediately when they come off that flat pad right there, it's going to drop straight down.
So it sounds like we are seconds away. Looks like he's running down, giving everybody the pointers.
Yeah, he's going to run down the line. He's going to make sure everybody's dialed, everybody's safety equipment's ready. They're going to give him a thumbs up. And
it's
once
about
he does,
to get loud. So I hope you guys and gals here on site and back at home, ultra4racing.com/live. Be sure to get on the King of the Hammers Facebook page. We got our YouTube channel as well. So hit the share button, start a watch party. We are about to get this party started.
That's a great second row in-car view we're going to get to see right there.
So that could be Jamie McCoy on board, I believe.
Here we go. We're getting ready. Only moments away. These guys want that money so bad.
That is Jamie McCoy with the onboard camera. So it'll be a lot of fun to see him starting from the second row. That's going to be pretty wild.
Yeah, that's going to be, I've seen guys get around and get up to the front and come from that second row, but, he's definitely going to have his work cut out for him on that. When they come down the hill and these cars are turning all that power, he's going to be right in the middle of all the roost.
There's going to be some rocks a-flying, that's for sure. And this is a super steep downhill up to the roller coaster section.
All right, it looks like they're about ready to go. We got the thumbs up. Boom, there they go down the hill.
Live race action for the main event for the Pro Turbo class.
On the gas, all into the first corner. So far, everybody looking clean. We'll see as they come back down the other side.
That could be Gage Hughes.
Yeah, we're about to see. It's going to be, as they come down the hill right here, we're going to get a good look at what car is in the first spot.
979, that's Devin Young.
Devin Young with Cody
with
Martin.
The whole shot?
Right behind him. This is where it all counts right here. Cody it looks like we got Kyle Cheney in that third spot.
It's hard to hear you, Matt, but we're doing our best. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as we are. I believe it's Kyle Cheney in the top 3.
Yeah, we got some dice, and as you see right there, your second-place driver trying to show a wheel to that first-place driver. That's Devin Young out in front. Cody Martin, man, this guy has so much skill with setting this car up into corners, so I'm assuming he's going to try and find a spot and set up Devin Young before they get too far back into that big sweeper back there. 1, 2, and 3 stacked up so tight, but look at that drive right there. Cody Martin up the hill over the step-up.
And that was a great shot from our onboard camera with Jamie McCoy as he's chasing down the field. We've got 16 of the fastest cars out on course all at one time, racing 7 laps on a 2-mile loop. There's Jamie McCoy once again.
Yeah, he has got, you can see that front windscreen right there.
And the dust is looking a little thick.
Over the top of that speed check, coming back into the infield section. Here they're going to hit that split line. You can either go inside or outside right there. Everybody opting for the inside line. Down that back horsepower straightaway, they're holding it pinned, hitting that big tabletop and into the spillway, as you see right there.
So I can't quite tell who's out front. I believe it's a Miller, then Devin Young, and then Kyle Cheney. Top 3 we'll find out as they come through the MRT start-finish line to finish their first lap. Matt, this is a race. This is absolutely awesome.
This is what we wanted to see. I mean, there's 7 laps of this about to go down, so these guys have got their work cut out for them, no doubt. And that top 3 is still stacked in so tight right there. That
looks like Cody Miller may have just pulled off.
We got a lead change.
I believe that's going to be Cody Martin in the lead. So it goes Cody Martin, Devin Young, and Kyle Cheney, Scotty Lawrence, Hunter Davidson.
Cody Martin making the haul from Collierville, Tennessee in his Can-Am. And right now, I've seen this guy race several times. He is so fast, and he's leading the charge right now on the field. But he's got his work cut out for him. Devin Young not letting back at all. He's holding it pinned, staying on that rear tire of Cody Martin. Side by side through the corner right there. Devin Young trying to show him a wheel. Up the hill, look, going to the
Yeah,
inside.
got a little
getting
bit
up
of a
on
bicycle.
two-wheel. Yep, that was going to cost him right there. It looks like it allowed.
Matt, we've got a race going on right now. These guys are giving it all they got. Absolutely amazing what's going on.
Yeah, the dust is flying. Look at that right there.
Oh, gets a little wide.
Is that
Spins out
Kyle
just a
Cheney
little
trying to
bit.
make a move, it looks like, right there. That's going to be 1 and 2 on the track right there. Look at the drive. Kyle Cheney just putting the power to the ground. Looks like we got one rider out. Looks like that may be.
That looks
tell
like
from here.
Jamie McCoy, I believe. So not sure what happened with him, so that's a tough break. That's our on-car.
Back to the 1
Camera.
and 2 up front. Look at this. 1, 2, and 3 all right there close. But I'm telling you right now, that second place driver's all over the track right now trying to find a spot to stick that wheel in there and take that place away from the driver in front. Through that dual section, they're coming into the back straight there.
The top three are really close, starting to pull away from the pack just a little bit. Oh, there's fourth place starting to get in there as they go down. They're jumping down an off-camber, super steep drainage ditch.
Yeah, and it looks like Kyle Cheney's moved into that second place spot and got around Devin Young as they come around here in just a second. Transponders will read once we hit this MRT finish line.
So Cody Martin still running strong, but Hunter Miller is all over him. And there's the 979 of Devin Young.
Oh, we got a race up the hill right here. Check it out. Who's it going to be? That's a lot of power getting put to the ground. Back up into the roller coaster section of hills you see there from that drone high above.
Heading out on their second lap, it goes Cody Martin, Kyle Cheney, Devin Young, Scotty Lawrence, and Cody Miller in your top five. They are mixing it up left and right, inside, outside. There is action, everyone. Somebody just spun out of the top of the hill.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but they were almost 3 wide coming in the top of the hill right there.
So now 1 and 2 starting to pull away a little bit. So that is Cody Martin and Kyle Cheney. Kyle Cheney going for the pass on the outside.
Doesn't have the line. See if he can do it. They're bumping right there just a little bit, but clean coming down the hill.
Kyle Cheney is getting in Cody Martin's mind right now as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious that Kyle is the faster driver on the track right now. He's just looking for that spot where he can cleanly get around.
Hitting the G-Force launch as we speak.
Yeah, there they go into that back sweeper of the track there. You're going to see these guys super close. Look at that. Back to a shot. Looks like we're going to catch back up with our leaders. Look, they are literally bumper to bumper coming around and back down into the track.
Kyle Cheney is really starting to try to make Cody Martin make a mistake. He's pushing him hard, seeing what's going to happen. But remember, to finish first you must finish.
Yeah, and just to kind of prove my point right there, your leader, Cody Martin, lap time is a 2:22. Kyle Cheney in second ran a 2:20.
So 2 full seconds faster. Kyle Cheney's on a mission.
Yeah, I feel like right now.
Kyle Cheney does get the pass, so we do have a new leader. Kyle Cheney did finally get around Cody Martin.
There he goes, and now he's literally going to check out now. We've seen Kyle Cheney turn these lap times. We know what he can do. Cody's going to try to latch on and run this thing all the way to the end and not let him get away.
But Cody Martin is not giving up easily.
Yeah, they are still on each other super, super tight right there. Man, this live feed is the best view. If you're at home watching, you're probably getting the best show ever. Thank you for tuning in right now.
So Kyle Cheney and Cody Martin still battling strong. So number 1 and 2 starting to pull away from the rest of the pack just a little bit. So is Kyle Cheney going to get in a rhythm and starting to walk away from this race? Time will tell.
I'm telling you right now, Cody Martin, he's stepped up. He's found some lines. He just dropped his lap time down to a 2:23. Kyle Cheney's at a 2:22.
But look, Cody Miller just threw down a 2:22.
Yeah, you got Cody Miller in a 2:22. I mean, maybe Cody's making some moves. He's going to try to get up there. He's in 5th right now.
So we have 2 Can-Ams, 2 Yamahas up front. So it goes 1 Kyle Cheney, 2 Cody Martin, 3 Scotty Lawrence, 4 Devin Young, 5 Cody Miller, 6 Kanan Baker, Derek Tidd, Paul Wolf, Gage Hughes, Hunter Davidson, Nathan Wolf, and Jamie McCoy.
Yeah, these guys are duking it out. There's still a lot of racing left to do also. I mean, we're probably about halfway through this race. We've already seen some cars drop off, spin out, and wreck out. But Kyle Cheney, I mean, just looking smooth as silk. I mean, he did the same thing in his heat race. Now he's here in the main. I mean, he's on a mission. He wants that money, that's for sure.
He took a lot of money home during the King of the Hammers week as well. He won the Desert Race and the King of the Hammers race for the UTV class, and now he's putting on a clinic here at Visions at Mid-America Outdoors.
Yeah, and you're seeing it right there. Kyle's actually spread it out that gap just a little bit. Cody's just trying to latch on, but I'm telling you right now, Cody's not the type of guy to just sit back and accept second place, so he's still pushing hard, and that just shows you right there, Kyle Cheney out in front is laying down some
And just look how
laps.
smooth he does up over in that tabletop. Kyle Cheney has got his rhythm going. And second place, we got a battle. Looks like we just got a pass there as well.
I think that's going to be third and fourth, actually. Second's Cody, and then you got Kyle up front, and they're kind of gapped out, but you got third, fourth, fifth. Everything when you get back is still pretty tight. Notable mention, Kanan Baker running in sixth place, youngest driver in the field, working that handbrake out there with a broken foot. But he is doing it big right now.
So I believe we may have a on-board camera with Paul Wolf as well. That was a good shot of Devin Young on screen.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Kyle Cheney just dropped a 2:19.8.
So shaved another second.
He's getting faster and faster, but so is the rest of the field. Your second, third, fourth. Well, then you got Cody Miller with a 2:21, but everybody else is in a 2:22 on the track right now. But I'm telling you, man, Kyle Cheney is flowing. He is vibing with the track right now. That 2:19 that's an impressive lap time out here.
And that's with clean air, so that could only get better. So Kyle Cheney's found his groove, and he is really moving strong. But Cody Martin's still close. Devin Young's still in the mix, and Scotty Lawrence.
That's right. We got some super, super heavy hitters out here. And these drivers from all over the place. We got Kyle Cheney. We got Cody Martin from Collierville, Tennessee. Scotty Lawrence from Thornville, Ohio. I mean, these pro drivers traveled in from all over the U.S. to get out here and battle for this money. Look at that course layout right there from above. What a view right there.
It just flows so good. This used to be a 42-acre ski lake, and they've blown out the dam, made an amazing short course here in Jay, Oklahoma for Visions at Mid-America Outdoors.
That's right. You see Cheney right there making his entrance back into the infield.
Matt, we've got an amazing race going on right now, but Kyle Cheney's starting to walk away with this thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's typically what, there's always some really good racing, but one guy always kind of finds his flow a little bit better than the rest and sets out, on a pace that's hard to keep up with. And right now, that's Kyle Cheney. I mean, he is absolutely no slouch, an amazing driver. So
third through fifth is starting to bunch up just a little bit, so hopefully we'll get some good shots of them coming through the field.
Yeah, you see that spillway right there. Such a cool feature on the track.
I drove my Jeep up it, and it's pretty steep. It's off camber, and they're jumping through it. It's absolutely awesome to see what they're doing. Kyle Cheney still out front.
Kyle Cheney with the excellent corner skills, setting that car up, sliding it through the corner right there. Brake early on the gas all the way through the corner.
You were talking about it earlier, Matt, but the blue groove is starting to set in. This track is getting faster and faster.
It really is, and we're about to see right now as Kyle Cheney comes around if he's dropped that lap time any.
So Kyle Cheney with another 2:20 lap, so it's still going smooth.
Yeah. Kyle is absolutely flowing right now. Cody Martin still in that second place.
Then his third is Scotty Lawrence. Devin Young, Cody Miller. Kyle Cheney still out front, starting to walk away with this. He's getting a commanding lead, but anything could happen. Cody Martin still pushing hard, sitting comfortably in second position.
Check out that drone view. Production team out there absolutely killing it, bringing you guys the best angles to watch these cars run around. I mean, those drone pilots are pretty impressive right there. Look at that.
Yeah, we have two FPV drones. We got our Hammer King production high and wide drone. The entire crew is doing an amazing job. We got cameras all over this course. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and gals, from here on site and all over the world. Sounds like somebody's motor just popped.
Oh, no. It looks like, is that Kanan Baker? Man, I'm talking about battling some adversity this weekend. Kanan, a great sportsman, great racer. It's a bummer to see his day come to an end, but we know he'll be back. And heck of a drive for Kanan, heck of a drive.
Tough break.
Youngest driver in the field.
They are pushing the limits on these cars to the limit.
Yeah, I don't think people really understand how much goes into it. You know, these guys are tearing these cars down, rebuilding them in between races. You know, the whole side-by-side community and the racing community as a whole is so helpful to make sure everybody can get out there and race. But, you know, the one true thing you can say is we'll help anybody in the pits, but when you're on the gate, there's no friends anymore.
Yeah, they share parts. They share, sweat equity and everything. And, everybody hops to help everybody in the pits. But when the visor comes down, it is game time.
Yeah, and there's a close view of Kyle Chaney right there out in front, just doing it all on his own right now. As long as he can just continue to drive smooth and get to that finish, it looks like he's going to be the man.
And look at that tight battle.
Yeah, it's crazy. These cars will stick a wheel in there, and, they get super, super close.
So Scotty Lawrence is still battling. So Kyle Chaney, then Cody Martin. Scotty Lawrence, Devin Young, and Cody Miller rounding out the top 5. They're still running strong.
Yeah. Yeah, real quick, while we're sitting here, I got my buddy Scott Champion. Tell us what happened out there.
I don't know if something failed on the car at the bottom of the hill, but we took a tumble and we're out for the day.
That's a bummer, dude. We know you're running super strong, and we know you'll be back soon, but unfortunate luck for Scott Champion out there. You still going to jump the freestyle show tonight now?
Oh, you already know it.
That's right. That's my man. The Iron Man himself. He has been doing it all. Took that tumble in his heat race. Now he's going to get ready and go jump some freestyle ramps later. But right now, Kyle Chaney leading the way.
There is action all over this race course here at Visions at Mid-America Outdoors. Matt, we've got a race on our hands, but this is Kyle Chaney's race to lose.
It definitely is. It definitely is. As long as he can keep this car on 4 wheels, I think he's going to take home the bacon today for sure. There's some big money, and I know he wants it. I mean, the cool thing is every one of these drivers, I mean, they're going to get some money. They're going to make a big payout today. Not every one of them, but your top group of drivers for sure.
Just another lap or 2 to go, and we'll be wrapping this car race up. But boy, howdy, it is Kyle Chaney out front walking away. But Cody Martin is not giving up yet. But it's a battle between Scotty Lawrence, Devin Young, and Cody Miller rounding out the top 5.
That's exactly right. I got my man Matt Byton standing here with me real quick. Matt, X Games legend, freestyle motocross rider. You guys got another show coming up today, right?
Oh yeah, we'll be up there sending it again. It's fun. Every show's been great. Love the vibe out here, and ready to keep it rocking later.
Hey, so I know you're an incredible 2-wheel guy. You've done a bunch of 4-wheel stuff too. I know you drove the Metal Militia monster truck, things like that. What do you think about this short course racing?
Man, I really want to get into it. I've never been to an event, so it's pretty cool. Even though I'm on the dirt bike, I'm definitely keeping an eye out and watching some of the lines and stuff. These guys are talented drivers for sure. It's cool to watch them going up the hills and down and squaring up and setting the cars up right. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I'd like to be a part of it as well.
That'd be rad, dude. We'd love to see you out here racing sometime. But stoked for that show. You can catch me on the mics with Denny Stevenson, also a legend on 2 wheels, calling all the action for these guys here in just a little while.
So while we were having a chat with him, Kyle Chaney won this race. So first place goes to Kyle Chaney, second place Cody Martin, and third place Scotty Lawrence. Then Devin Young, Cody Miller round out the top 5. Gage Hughes, Paul Wolf, Derek Tidd.
And we still got some racers finishing, but give it up, man. Those drivers, your top 3, absolutely killing it. Everybody going to get up there on the podium. Kyle Chaney in his Can-Am taking the win. And then you've got Cody Martin out of Collierville, Tennessee, doing it for Jamie Hard, Dirt Monkey Performance, Wayland Speed, Stillwater Power Sports, D&M Racing, Raceline Wheels, Maxxis Tires, Hypercoil Springs, All Trailer Services, and Padgett Racing. And then in that third position, Scotty Lawrence out of Thornville, Ohio, doing it for Can-Am Off-Road, Rival Motorsports, Evo Power Sports, and Crash Addict. What a race. What did you think about that, Miles?
That was one heck of a show, and it just goes to show you how good these drivers are. There was a lot of passing in the corner, side by side, open wheel racing, and they kept everything in control.
They did. That was a pretty good, clean race. No major carnage out there. But you know what? There's 3 dudes right now that are super happy to stand on the podium, and they're going to get some big checks here shortly, and that would definitely make my day. I know they're happy.
Yeah, there's $25,000 being handed out today. It's just awesome of what's going on. And we've got people tuned in all over the world. I just got a text from Curtis. He's tuned in. He's trying to get some work done, but he can't quit watching and listen to us.
Yeah.
So thanks, Curtis, for tuning in.
Hey, and while I'm sitting here, this is going to sound funny, but shout out to my mom. I know she's listening at home. She told me we sounded awesome today. My mom's a super fan. So.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, good times today. A lot more racing coming up. We're going to move into our amateur and expert classes coming up just shortly. We did all of our youth 170 racing on Monday. So now, just for today, we're going to do the pros in the morning. We just wrapped up that pro short course, getting ready to move in. Miles, you got the schedule there. What do we got coming up?
Yeah, up next will be the Vets 40. We'll have a turbo heat and an NA. Then we'll go to the expert. Same thing, turbo and NA. Then we'll have a women's race. And we'll also have an amateur turbo and naturally aspirated. And then we'll move into the main event at 1 p.m. So we'll be doing 3 laps on these heat races. We'll have, looks like 7 heats, and then we'll move into the main event. So it's going to be a lot of racing action, so stay tuned in. We've got to give a huge shout-out to everybody that makes this possible here. If you're here on site, make your way up to Vendor Village. We've got some amazing partners up there. We have Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wraps, Moto Race Tire, Offroad Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax belts. So please support who supports the sport. Without all these wonderful partners, we would not be able to do this. So we just wrapped up the turbo main event, and top of the box goes to Kyle Chaney, then Cody Martin, and then Scotty Lawrence. We'll do awards, I believe, at 3 or 4 o'clock later on this afternoon.
Yeah, once again, if you guys are out there and you're tuned in, you're listening to us, you're in the pits, whatever, follow Mid-America Outdoors. That's your place to get all the information, schedule, upcoming stuff, whatever. And if you're posting stuff on social media, tag at Mid-America Outdoors for sure. Also, I'm going to go ahead and give you a plug, Miles. Give Miles, he's got a cool Instagram. I've been following up on his stuff. Follow his journey out here. It's at Miles_KOH. And if you want to see what I got going on, it's at Matt Edmondson, or actually, I'm sorry, at Matt_Edmondson217. So you can follow both of us and see what we got going on behind the scenes. We're out here hanging out at Mid-America Outdoors for Visions.
Yeah, it's been a great week. I mean, we kicked the week off with pit bike races. We've had a rodeo. We've had rock bouncers. Tomorrow we have monster trucks. We have mega trucks. We got knockout racing. That's where they're going to have 2 rock bouncers or 2 UTVs drag racing up a hill with jumps. We got downhill Barbie Jeep racing, then hitting a slip and slide, ending up in a pond. This is an amazing week. Plus all the freestyle stuff. We had Rocket Man. I mean, every day, every second.
Feet in the world. The Rocket Man. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're stoked to have everybody here. The spectator area is full, and this is rad. I love to see this. All the heavy hitters out here for the weekend hanging out. We got our podium guys coming down the hill right now. We're going to get them down here. Billy C., the man, our race director right there, leading the charge. I'll go down.
So I'm actually going to send my man Matt Edmondson down there and have a quick little chat with Kyle Chaney, Cody Martin, and maybe even Scotty Lawrence, I believe. They just put on one heck of a show for everybody here on site and back at home. All over the world, stay tuned in, ultra4racing.com/live. Kyle Chaney won our desert race at King of the Hammers and then backed it up with a win during his main event for King of the Hammers. Kyle Chaney hopping out of the car. Looks smooth all day. Congratulations, Kyle. So it looks like we'll have Matt have a quick chat with our top 3. Matt, take it away, buddy.
Miles, I'm standing down here right now looking at this Can-Am that Kyle Chaney standing next to me. He's talking to his buddy. We're going to get him over here real fast. Dude, impressive win. Awesome job out there. Tell us what you thought.
Man, track was actually really good. When we walked it the other day, I thought it was going to be really bad, really rocky. I mean, it was really rocky. I mean, my Maxxis tires hooked up the whole time, and they're still here. So, they're definitely worn out. But, the track was fun. I like the layout here. I think once you guys get this track, get some more dirt in here, this is going to be the place to be.
Yeah, for sure. So we saw you work your way up there. You got to the front. You ran away with it. One thing that I saw, you turned the fastest lap of anybody. You were you were in the 2:19, 2:18 range. Impressive. Anybody you want to thank? What do you want to tell us some stuff, man?
Yeah, man, my Can-Am worked awesome today. We got a decent hole shot. Had to work by a couple fast guys. Devin made a mistake. It looked like he had a little bit too much grip. He made a mistake, come up on two wheels. I ducked under him, and then started trying to work on Cody. He's raced here a lot and has a lot of laps on this track, so I figured I could follow him, pick up some lines, and I did. And I saw some places where he was making some mistakes, so he made a mistake, and I outside-ended him in one corner and got the lead. And I wanted to put a little gap. That way I could kind of cruise the last little bit of the race, because this was definitely a race of attrition with all the rocks out here. Anything can happen at any time. So I wanted to push, get a little bit of a lead, and then kind of cruise to the end. And that was my goal, and that's what I did. But, man, my Evo Power Sports tuned this car. Thing runs awesome. I just can't thank my sponsors enough. Maxxis Tires, Fox Shocks, Gary from G-Force, he's here, Metal FX wheels, just Pete suspension, PRP seats, SSI decals, SCM clutches, just everybody that helps me out. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. Good job. Big money day for you. We're going to get our second place driver up here. I think he's on the phone right now. He's got to get his fresh hat on, come up here looking all steezy and styly. My man Cody Martin from Tennessee. Dude, heck of a drive. Good job. How was it out there?
Man, the track was awesome. The crew did such an excellent job today getting the track ready. It was super rocky and just a mess, really, from all the rain they've had. So props off to the crew, Mid-America. We appreciate y'all doing this for us. I'd like to thank my wife. She does a ton, just keeping up with family and making this whole thing work. Maxxis Tires, Raceline Wheels, Dirt Monkey Performance, Jamie Hart Motorsports, Ignite Fuel, and any of you other guys I forgot, Stillwater Power Sports. Man, I greatly appreciate y'all for holding on with me. We're going to keep working the bugs out of the car and keep getting faster and faster. Appreciate it.
Congrats, dude. And I know you got that little man up there in the family waiting for you. Go give him a big hug. Congratulations. Great job.
Thank you.
All right. Here comes our man. You got to tell us how it was out there, Scott. Congratulations. Great drive. Tell us about it.
Thanks a lot, man. It was a ton of fun. The track, like Kyle said, when we walked it, it was looking pretty rocky, but it held together pretty good. I think they must have got enough moisture in it last night. And I had a flat in the heat, so I didn't get a real good finish there, but I was glad that they decided to kind of change the format up and just make the main count, because if I had to combine that with my heat, it wouldn't have been, I wouldn't be up here. So, but it was a ton of fun. I mean, I've raced here quite a few times. I do this series here, and so I feel comfortable on the track, and I like how they make little changes, and it just keeps things interesting, and it's a blast to race here. I mean, I got to give it up to Mid-America Outdoors. This place is amazing.
Well, heck yeah, man. Congratulations. We're stoked to have you out here. Big win, or big third-place finish today. So, you know what? It doesn't matter. All you guys are taking home some bacon today. So, it's a good day, but congratulations, dude. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, Matt. All those wonderful drivers. Scotty Lawrence, Cody Martin. Top of the box goes to Kyle Cheney. Again, thank you to everybody who's tuning in. Ultra4Racing.com/live. We are here for Visions Week at Mid-America Outdoor Off-Road Park. Visions is hosted at Mid-America Outdoors just outside of Jay in northeast Oklahoma. Spans just over 1,500 acres. It is a premier riding and racing park, extremely family-friendly. Amazing amenities, including cabins, bathhouses, RV-sized dry camping, laundry room, power wash station, open air bars, game areas, pool, lazy river, live music, and much, much more. So a huge shout out to Jason Robinette and his whole entire crew. This place is absolutely amazing. Jay, Oklahoma, the population here is roughly 2,500 people. Elevation is 1,000 feet. Grand Lake is just right down the road and is in the foothills of the Ozark Mountain Range and covers over 46,000 acres of water. So we kicked off this Visions on Saturday with a barbecue competition, And then at downtown, we had some live bands. We had the stunt motos. Sunday, we had the pit bike races. Then a mega truck show Sunday night. Live music Sunday was Western Justice. And then Monday, we kicked off the day with a 170 youth race. Monday night, we had the bull riding and bullfighting, and then live music that night was Trace Atkins. It was awesome. Tuesday, we had the Bouncers UTV Hill Climb 1. We had Mini Kiss on the main stage Tuesday night. Wednesday, we had Bouncer and UTV Hill Climb Hill number 2. Had another motocross stunt show that day as well. And then last night, we had on the main stage Saving Abel, Puddle of Mud, and Everclear. Now we're to Thursday. That is today. We just wrapped up the Pro UTV main event. We still have the vets, the experts, the women's, and the amateur heats coming up soon. Tonight we'll have another motocross stunt show and the Ultra 4400 and UTV endurance practice. Tonight at the concession stage we have Finn Addicts. And then tomorrow it's the Ultra 4 UTV and 4400 Unlimited class. And then tomorrow night live music will be Dead Metal Society and Back in Black AC Tribute. And then we'll wrap up the day. Saturday, 10 a.m., we'll do the Bouncer and UTV knockout races. 2 p.m. is the downhill Barbie Jeep races. And then Saturday night, we'll end up the week with monster trucks and mega trucks. Speaking of monster trucks, we have a quick interview with Dennis Anderson.
Hi guys, we're here at Visions Week just outside of Jay, Oklahoma at Mid-America Outdoors. I'm here with Dennis Anderson today. How are you doing? How are you? I mean, gosh, you came to this amazing event.
I got to tell you, man, it's an honor to be a part of Visions, Mid-America Outdoor Off-Road Park. I came in here, a few months ago and saw what these guys were laying down. There was no way that this was going to happen without me being here.
That's what I've heard. I hear we have mega trucks and monster trucks here for this event. What is the difference in those vehicles?
Well, a monster truck weighs about 12,500 pounds. Mega truck has got the same power, but it only weighs about 6,000 pounds. They're made to run through mud. These are made to jump over buses. But I've got to tell you, we're making a combination of everything out here. We got a smorgasbord of, a carnage field, gladiator-style arena that's brand new. We just finished it. I'm telling you, 24 hours ago, but it looks awesome. And we are going to show down and throw down for everybody that comes to the valley.
Okay, so my understanding is you guys have a few shows that are going to happen this week, not just the one. Is that correct?
That's right. So Sunday afternoon at 6 p.m., we've got the Mega Truck Show. It's going to be mud, stunt, fire, thunder. It's going to be happening on Sunday. It's really kind of a teaser event, but it's powerful, it's fast, it's loud, and it's awesome. And then we're going to spin right on in. We have events all through the week. And once we get down to the grand finale of our last day in the valley anyway out there, it is going to be on the 24th at 7 o'clock. Monsters are going to go mad. We're going to have racing, side-by-side racing, freestyle, and we're going to do a world record jump with King Slang, the mega truck.
Wow, that sounds incredible. So what is the record exactly that we're trying to set here this week?
Honestly, in my eyes, the record's easy. All they got to do is break 175. We've already done a few practice runs with it, almost beat it already. But this ramp we built, we don't know what's going to bring. I just hope the truck stays together when it hits the ground and we can keep going. Because if it does, Weston Anderson, my youngest son, is going to run that truck in the ground for the fans.
Love it. Sounds like you've got a couple of drivers maybe. Anybody special you want to give a shout out to or anything special you want to say about these incredible vehicles that you brought out?
I just wanted all of my friends out there, all of my buddies with their monster trucks, just a special shout out to all of them for being a part of this, making us look as great as we can with motorsport entertaining. And a special shout out to Jason for bringing this event together. So Mid-America Outdoor, the whole family. This is a wholesome park, and this is what I want. My family's here, my grandkids are here. It's fun.
Love it. Okay, I gotta ask, because everybody always wants to know, what size are these tires and what kind of engine are you running in a truck like this?
These tires they're called Monster Terra tires. So they're 66 inches tall, 43 inches wide, they weigh 800 pounds, they cost $3,000. The motors are 540 cubic inch blown fuel injected alcohol motors. They deliver 1,500 horsepower and 1,350 foot-pounds of torque. So these things are awesome. They're big, heavy beasts, but man, we have fun with them. We do backflips and on and on.
Love it. Guys, you heard it. Dennis Anderson and his crew are out here this week with the mega trucks and the monster trucks. We hope you're watching to see some cool stuff. I can't wait. Thank you so much.
Right
guys.
on.
Welcome back, world. We're getting ready to kick off race number 4. That's going to be the Vets 40 and over turbo class and the Vets 40 and over for the naturally aspirated class. So we'll have two classes racing at the same time. They'll take off on, I believe, 30-second increments. So they'll be racing amongst each other a little bit, but we'll have 2 races going on at the same time.
Yeah, both races will be separately scored, but they will be double gated, so there will be a 30-second gap in there, and then they'll get them started. You can see them up there right now on the hill, giving them the thumbs up. And those drivers on that front row are going to take off, and then we'll slide that second row up to the gate. About 30 seconds sitting in. There they go.
So off the line goes Brian Austin, Ryan Twerksbury, Perry Mahaney, Chad Molitor, and Rick Sage.
Yeah, one to watch for right here is going to be Ryan Tewksbury out of Colleyville, Texas. He's in that second position you see right there on the track, and he's trying to show a wheel to your leader right now. Tewksbury, fast driver, owns that Crown Racing team that Scott Champion drives for.
So that's the 903 of Rick Sage out front.
Yeah, you can see Tewksbury right there trying to stick a wheel in there and show him that he's back there. He's looking for a spot to get around.
And
Rick
how
Sage
awesome is
right
that?
now.
There's a 4-seater. That is Chad Molitor out there having some fun. Off the line next, Anthony Sweetmon, Robbie Ellis, Stephen Hill, Chad Mahoy, Matthew McReynolds, and Angel Fontanes.
Yeah, notables in this 40-plus NA, Chad Mayo out of Hickory Creek, Texas. He's a heck of a racer in that Vet 40-plus NA. You ought to see him up there dicing up. Look, he looks like he's in 3rd spot right now coming down the hill.
Number 400, Stephen Hill, just about spun out, but he made it. Kept her under control. Gets a little out of whack, but Stephen Hill out front for the Vet 40 naturally aspirated. But Rick Sage still out front for the Vet Pro Turbo.
Yeah, we're going to get some E-score standings as they come through that MRT finish line, and we'll see who's in what position. Trying to keep up with this right now. You guys got a lot to watch out here on this live feed. You got the Vet 40 Plus Turbo and the Vet 40 Plus NA out on the track right now. 2 separate races, scored totally separate.
So Robbie Ellis actually took a tumble. We got the thumbs up, everything's okay. Get the car righted, and hopefully you can keep on going.
Yeah, Robbie's going to get back in there. He's a tough guy, heck of a driver. Not going to slow him down at all. This is just his first race, so he's going to be able to come back and improve upon what just happened out there. But
so that's our Ryan Twerksbury, leader in the Vet Turbo.
yeah, Tewksbury out in front right there cruising. You see him coming over in that highlighter yellow car. Crown Racing.
So the Can-Am out front. So Tewksbury.
Perry Mahaney in the 2nd spot with
And
Rick Sage.
Sage in 3rd position. They're all running strong. So Tewksbury, Mahaney, Sage, Austin.
Tewksbury working super hard, had to get out here and drive in this race himself, but also try and help Scott Champion in that pro short course race get going. You can see him right there shooting up the hill wide open right there.
Chad Molitor still making waves. We got a great race, the 401 and the 400, battling it out in the NA class. So that's Stephen Hill and Chad Mayo.
Chad Mayo, my man, one of my favorite people out here at the track. He's a character, no stranger to the front of the pack, and he's doing everything he can right now to hold off Stephen Hill in that number 400 machine right now. That's pretty impressive. I even see a four-seater right now running out there.
Yeah, that's Chad Molitor. He'll be racing in the Bouncer Knockout race tomorrow. That is Saturday. Again, thank you to each and every one of you all over the world for tuning in to Visions. We're here at Mid-America Outdoors Off-Road Park in Jay, Oklahoma. Again, I'm Miles Hasquist. Alongside me is Matt Edmondson, and we are having a lot of fun. We have the 40-plus turbo and the 40-plus naturally aspirated classes out on course.
Yeah, and right now you got Chad Mayo and Ryan Tewksbury leading the charge in both those classes. Tewksbury in that Vet 40-plus turbo, Chad Mayo in that Vet 40-plus NA. Both Texas drivers sporting a long list of sponsors that are going to be stoked to see them in the top spots right here at Visions this week. Also, big money on all these classes as well.
Yeah, it's just awesome to see what's came together. Like I said, it started out as a vision. As Jason Robinette had the vision, and then he built Visions. And like I said earlier, if you build it, they will come, and they came. I bet you there's 5,000 plus spectators here on site.
And you know what? It's some of the best people ever. I've had the opportunity to roam around the pits, and hang out in some different camps and meet some people and stuff like that. The hospitality, everybody's just so kind, having such a good time. So it's been like you said, an absolute blast. I look forward to every trip I get to come up here. Ryan Tewksbury, he's out in front right now, 2:35.9 on that lap time. So you can see the differences between these pro drivers and your vet drivers, and you'll see also some differences in the lap times when we get into the expert class.
So the white flag is out for the heat races.
Yeah, last lap out on the track right now. Everybody pretty spread out. I mean, Tewksbury to Rick Sage. Rick Sage moving up into that second spot. Brian Austin into the third, and Vet 40-plus turbo.
But he's got a 25-second lead.
25-second gap. I mean, as long as Tewksbury can keep it on four wheels and drive a smooth race for, another half a lap, he's going to take this win and get a great gate pick position going into the mains coming up shortly.
So Ryan Tewksbury, Rick Sage, Brian Austin, Chad Molitor, and Perry Mahoney in the turbo class. And then in the NA class, we have Chad Mayo and Stephen Hill out front. We have two different classes racing at the same time. They are scored separately. We have the 40 and over age limit for the turbo and the naturally aspirated. That's how they're scored separately.
Checking out Ryan Tewksbury right there. Nice and smooth, just clicking off some laps. Miles, check out the big difference in lap times between Vet 40-plus Turbo and Vet 40-plus NA. You can definitely see the difference in horsepower between these turbo cars to these naturally aspirated cars. About a 5-second difference a lap.
That's pretty impressive for Chad Mayo.
Yeah, Chad Mayo, no stranger to racing. He's a legend in his own. Came from moto, now he's in four wheels, tearing it up here. And he's doing it right now. He's going to try and take home this win, bring it back to Texas. I know he's been up here for every one of the short course rounds. And he's battled through some adversity in a lot of these rounds, but he's a hard-working dude and one heck of a driver, that's for sure.
Tewksbury fighting a little lap traffic as he comes up and over the G-Force launch. Finally gets around. So Ryan Tewksbury getting the checkered flag there at the MRT finish line. Winning his heat in the turbo.
Out of Colleyville, Texas, doing it for 3P Tuning, Crown Off-Road Racing, Boustain, Driven Racing, Oil, Race Quip, Maxxis Tires, and Rugged Radios. And, you know, when we look at all these sponsors, we notice a lot of these are park sponsors, too. I wonder why.
Yeah, I mean, just like, you know, Ultra 4 racing, the top drivers usually have the Ultra 4 sponsors as well. Something was dragging a little bit. I think he got in the loose and got some of the rocks flipped up.
Yeah, not to mention, Mid-America Outdoors has the best sponsors, the best equipment. You got to go check out these sponsors. Miles is going to give you a rundown of everybody, but go follow them, go check them out. They're all set up here in Vendor Village.
Yeah, so go check them out. A huge shout out to Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wraps, Moto Race Tire, Offroad Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax Bell. So please support who supports the sport. Without those wonderful sponsors, we would not be racing at Visions at Mid-America Outdoors today or this entire week.
Ryan Tewksbury taking the win in that Vet 40 Plus Turbo. Rick Sage in the second spot out of Tyler, Texas, doing it for RCS Auto Recycler, Locos, Gringos, and Pool, and Broadway Power Sports. And in that third spot, Brian Austin out of Scurry, Texas, doing it for BA Paint and Body, Loco Gringos, and RCS Auto Recyclers.
So we'll give you a quick rundown of the tops. Ryan Tewksbury first in the turbo class. Rick Sage, Brian Austin, Chad Molitor. Looks like Perry Mahaney dropped out early. And then in the naturally aspirated class, Chad Mayo took the win. Then Stephen Hill. And then Anthony Sweetmon.
Chad Mayo, Hickory Creek, Texas driver, doing it for Maxxis Tires, Raceline Wheels, All Balls Racing, DP Brakes, LDR Suspension, Graphics Guys, HMF, Rugged Radios, Fast House Roofing and Construction, Evans Coolant, and Lap King. Stephen Hill in that second spot out of Trophy Club, Texas, doing it for Hill Manufacturing. We got to see Sophia Hill the other day running in that 170 youth racing, doing absolutely awesome. That Hill Manufacturing team sponsored. They definitely got to be proud of what everybody's done out here. Anthony Sweetman in your third spot out of Crane Hill, Alabama, my home state. Big winners there in your Vet 40 Plus Turbo, Vet 40 Plus NA. We're going to get this track cleared and ready, and then we're going to dive right into race number 5 of the day, your Expert Turbo Expert NA. This is going to be the exact same way, double gated, 30-second gap, different races, completely scored different. But we got some heavy hitters coming up in this Expert class too. In your Expert Turbo, we got Perry Mahaney, Hayden Higgins, Ben Fournier, Christopher Welch. And in your Expert NA, Gavin Beers, Cole Goff, Chad Mayo, back again, Logan Neal, and Chase Carr.
So we have some
guys,
specials
welcome
with
to Visions Week here at Mid-America Outdoors, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm here today with Justin and Gatlin. How are you guys doing?
All right, how are you?
Good, how are you? I'm awesome. It looks like you guys have some pretty cool toys behind here.
Yep. I've got Voodoo Child, which is our rock bouncer, and my daughter has her little racer. She'll be racing for the first time on Monday.
Are you a better driver than this guy here?
That's a hard one because he has a lot more experience.
Is he your coach?
Yeah,
So one day you're going to be better and faster than him, right?
probably.
So you've been coming here for a while. This isn't your first time here. The park's been going through a lot of development and adding new cool things. What would you say your favorite part about this park is?
Definitely the facilities, the bathhouses here, your amenities, and you add a pool and a lazy river, you can't beat that.
Oh yeah, I think everybody's looking forward to that pool getting open and diving right in. So I've seen some kids' cars bouncing around here that kind of look like kid-sized bouncers. Do you think you'll stick with the UTVs for a while, or are you going to upgrade and move on to the bouncer series as well?
I'll probably move more toward the Ultra 4 because it's kind of like the exact same, but a little bit different.
So you like the rocks and the go fast, huh?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being out here today with us.
Hi
Hi guys, welcome. Visions event here at Mid-America Outdoors just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara and I'm here today with Shelby and Amy. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Very good. Is this your first time here at this park or are you regulars here?
We've been here probably 50 times over the last 2 years.
So Shelby, what event are you going to be competing in with this new car back here?
I'll be running in the Bouncer Knockout race on Saturday morning, 10 a.m.
Perfect. We look forward to seeing you out there. What do you think about your car is going to help you win that competition?
I really couldn't tell you because I've only raced it once, and that was last weekend. So I have no seat time in the car. I'm just going to strap in, pull the belts tight, and straight send it.
So how much racing experience do you have? Have you always done the Bouncers or have you done other off-road events?
I pretty much started in Bouncers around 2019. There's a car here that's off camera that I started racing in. Got agitated with it, sold it to my buddy Justin, let him deal with the headaches. I took a year off of racing and just got back into it, a few months ago when I won this car here.
Very cool. So it sounds like you've seen this park going through its development processes and everything that they've added to it. Amy, what would you say is the best new addition that they have right now?
Definitely the lazy river.
I think everybody agrees. We're all looking forward to that. Do you guys have like a favorite band you're hoping to see this week?
Trace Atkins, I saw him at Blue Holler back in October, but I'm really looking forward to like AC/DC Back in Black, the tribute band. Those guys are awesome. Mini Kiss, I'm excited to see those guys as well. Swan Brothers, I mean, just the entire entertainment lineup is typical Jason in Mid-America fashion, over the top.
And welcome back, world. We are here at Visions at the Mid-America Outdoors Park. This place is absolutely phenomenal. We just wrapped up another race, but we're getting ready to kick off the Expert Turbo and the Expert Naturally Aspirated class. So again, we'll have two classes racing at the same time on this 2-mile short course here in Jay, Oklahoma. The weather's a little overcast. It's going to get up to mid-80s today. But it is absolutely beautiful day for some short course UTV racing at this amazing track, Matt.
Yeah, this is a step above. You come out here, there's really nothing you can even want when you're here. The amenities, top notch. The staff, absolutely the friendliest, most helpful people around. We got pools, we got it all. But right now, like all the action you want to tune into here is right here on the short course track.
And then I hear a monster truck in the background. I think Dennis Anderson's giving a ride that he auctioned off last night over at the Thunder Alley just behind us.
What an amazing thing, too. They raised so much money. I think I saw this morning that over the last couple of nights they've raised over $78,000.
That is absolutely amazing. And they're donating it back to the community here in Jay, Oklahoma. And the population is here only about 2,500 people, but they really try to make it, make it a good thing here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was, watching a few not very long ago. They just gave away a side-by-side to the local fire department, side-by-side that the fire department had for some of their rescue stuff. Had some issues. Something happened to it. I'm not exactly sure, but, Jason Robinette and the team here stepping up. They support the community in the biggest way. We had an awesome freestyle show and shine, everything in town the other night to really kick all this madness off out here. And it's been nothing but fun. I know you've been here since Thursday. I've been here since last Saturday. So we've been here for quite a while, calling a lot of action. And there's even more of it going on right now with short course. We got FMX coming up later, concerts.
Yeah, what an amazing week it has been at Visions. We also need to give a huge shout out to Dennis Anderson Extreme Monster Truck Experience, Hammer King Productions, Ultra 4 Racing, National Rock Racing Association, Pro Rock Racing, and MAO Racing. It's just a lot of partners to put all this together to join forces. I mean, we've been working with, Clyde and Joey and Jason and the whole team. It's just been a great experience. I got to hang out with Dennis Anderson last night, kind of bumped into him at the VIP deal and just chatted to him like a normal dude. He's awesome. I mean, where else can you just bump into a legend like that and have a good time?
You know, it's so crazy. We were up there doing the FMX show, and after we got done, we were kind of walking off, and I'm just the guy on the mic, man. You got these other guys next to me, Matt Byton and Derek Berlew, Anthony Murray, Kenny the Cowboy Bartram, Scott Champion, all of them. We walk by Dennis Anderson, and he looks over at us and, starts talking to us like, what we do is as rad as what he does, and I agree with him. But, man, that guy's on another level, man. I mean, he invented the Gravedigger.
He's been doing it for a long time, and we are off. There goes Perry Mahaney, Hayden Higgins, Ben Fournier, Christopher Welch. And then in 30 seconds, we'll shoot out Gavin Beers, Cole Goff, Chad Mayo, Logan Neal, and Chase Carr. So we'll see who gets the whole shot in the Expert Turbo class. I believe that's
Ben Fournier. Ben Fournier, not a slow guy by any means. He is on the gas right now. He is super fast. I would venture to say it's only a matter of time before we see Ben up there duking it out in the pro class.
Now we have the Expert NA that just took off. Gavin Beers, Cole Golf, Chad Mayo, Logan Neal, and Chase Carr.
Yeah, look at Chad Mayo back out there again. Just got done racing, running second place right now, chasing that
getting
913.
Getting the whole shot is 913 Chase Carr.
Chase Carr out of Canyon Lake, California, making the long haul to come out here and do some racing this week.
Yeah, sorry I cut you off there, Matt. Chad Mayo, double duty. He's killing it.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. A lot of these guys come out here when you get down in the amateur and expert divisions and stuff like that, and they will race multiple classes. They want to do as much as they can, get as much track time as they can.
I mean, that's why you come out here to have fun. And You know what he's doing? He's having fun.
Yeah, he's having loads of fun right now out there on the track. I know Chad, even on bad days, they're good days for that guy. Super positive. Fun guy to be at the track with for sure.
So Ben Fournier out front still in his Can-Am as he hits the G-Force launch. There's in-car at the pits.
Back out on the track now.
They're coming down the concrete spillway as we speak.
Ben making his way, going to hit this left-hander, come back over.
Ben Fournier out of Dallas, Texas. Racing a Can-Am. Ibex Rugged S3 Raceline wheels.
There you see Chase Carr, the 913 Canyon Lake. Back to Ben Fournier making the corner right here, going up to the finish line, that MRT finish line arch.
If you're anywhere in the area or tuned into 97.7 FM, you just saw the Jumbotron. How cool is that? There's shade here and a Jumbotron, cold beer behind us. This place is where it's at.
Yeah, we got the best spot in the house, and this place was packed. And these ladies are down here from Mid-America serving it up, so make sure to stop by and see them.
That is our race leader in the naturally aspirated Chase Carr.
Yeah, doing it from Canyon Lake. That car looking really, really nice. Driving for Car 1, Polaris, Razor, KMC, Sparco, GBC Tires, West Coast Motorsports, DS Moto, Customs, Rigid, and CMI.
So in the lead for the turbo class is Ben Fournier, then Perry Mahaney. In the NA class, we have Chase Carr, Chad Mayo, Cole Goff, and Gavin Beers out on their second lap of 3. This is another 3-lap heat race.
Yeah, you know what the cool thing, too, is? Immediately following this race, we give all the ladies a chance to get out there and duke it out.
Yeah, I had a fun chat with Alex Kellenbeck. Her husband, Donnie, races Ultra 4 with us, so going to bounce around with them a little bit. She'll be racing a turbo machine.
Kendra Hoop also here out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. She is a fierce, fierce competitor.
Got Dougie Fresh here with Rufus Racing. How's it going, buddy?
Doing great.
You excited to be here at Mid-America Outdoors?
Yes, sir.
And you guys are racing the Ultra 4 class tomorrow, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is there anybody you need to give a birthday shout-out to?
To everybody to have fun and race and be safe.
Well, thank you, Dougie Fresh. Always good talking to you.
And Chip and Sandy going to be in there. They're going to try the best.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll let you get back to watching some of the action.
Thank you.
Dougie Fresh with Rufus Racing.
65 Fournier, you see right there, just absolutely flowing on this track right now. He is way out in front. Got about a 10-second gap. I'm sure that's going to be even a little bit bigger as we come around and we get these transponder readings. Chase Carr standing here. His dad's standing next to me right now. Super proud. Chase is out there absolutely killing it out of Canyon Lake, California. His dad builds this incredible car. He's out there racing.
Ben's still out front in the turbo class. Perry Mahaney heading out, getting the white flag. They'll be their last lap, but look at this. Chase Carr starting to catch up to the turbos. He started 30 seconds behind him. Chase Carr is on a mission.
Yeah, that car looking really fast. Talking with his dad, builds those cars. He definitely knows how to make a fast machine, and right now Chase Carr is piloting that thing straight to the winner's circle in this heat number 1.
Ben Fournier out of Dallas, Texas, still out front with Perry Mahaney behind him out of Arlington, Texas. And then Chase Carr from Canyon Lake, California. That's a pretty good haul.
Chase Carr doing big out in front. Right now, though, like I talked to his dad told me he was having so much fun on the pit bike track yesterday. He busted up his ankle. Doesn't look like it's bothering him too bad, though, right now. Chad Mayo, the 401 in that Expert NA, right now is getting a battle from Cole Goff out of Springfield, Missouri. He's doing everything he can to hold him off.
So we have 2 classes out on course of this 2-mile short course here at Mid-America Outdoors, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. We're in the northeastern quarter of Oklahoma. So it's starting to spread out just a little bit, but we're chasing Ben down the spillway as we speak.
Ben way out in front. Obviously, if he can keep this thing nice and smooth for a few more corners, he's going to take the win in this. Chase Carr still leading the pack, but it looks like he's having some problems with that car. You see Chad Mayo and Cole Goff coming up fast on him right there. Chad Mayo looking to capitalize on this opportunity. If he can hold off Cole Goff, he might potentially move into a spot to win this right now.
So we have new leaders for the Expert Naturally Aspirated.
While we're at it, Ben Fournier taking the checkered in that Expert Turbo. This is what I'm talking about. Last lap, Chad Mayo potentially is going to move into the top spot and win this Expert NA.
But remember to finish first. You first must finish.
You have to finish, that's right.
This will be a race to the finish. This is their first heat.
Man,
or their main event later on today.
Tune back in on this battle right here, last corner. And this Expert NA, look at the move right there. Let's see if Chad Mayo can hold on.
It's going to be a drag race to the
What do we got right here on the finish? What do we got? Wait, Chad Mayo taking the win. Cole Goff in second spot.
Look at that.
The gap.
A tenth of a second.
Oh, my gosh. Gavin Beers in the third spot. Unfortunately, Chase Carr having some issues. Going to finish it out in fourth. He will come back in that main, I'm sure. Hopefully, he can get that car fixed and come back and get back up there in the front. That was a race.
Yeah, what a great race. I love it when it's a drag race to the MRT finish line. What a great, great showing by these individuals.
Gotta give it up.
Speaking about this, here's the women's class lining up. How cool is that?
They're on there. That's women's turbo, women's NA. But first, let's give it up for our winners in that Expert Turbo. Ben Fournier out of Dallas, Texas, driving for Ibex, Rugged, S3, Raceline, TX Area Tech, Content Jar Media, ZRP, Double E Racing, and Butter Supply. And then you've got Perry Mahaney, also out of that Dallas, Arlington, Texas area, doing it for Bearded Stitch, the man himself. Chad Mayo out of Hickory Creek, Texas, winning your Expert NA. Chad driving for Maxxis Tires, Raceline Wheels, All Balls Racing, DP Brakes, LDR Suspension, Graphics Guys, HMF, Rugged Radios, Fast House Roofing and Construction, Evans Coolant, and Lap King. Cole Goff in that second spot out of Springfield, Missouri, driving for All Trailer Service and Golf Homes. And then you got Gavin Beers in that third spot out of Wakarusa, Kansas. 17 years old, driving for Alba Racing, Raceline, Chanda Beers, Agency LLC. But right now, tune your eyes to the top of the hill. We got Women's Turbo, Women's NA locked and loaded on the gate, and they are off right now, headed down the hill.
So Women's Turbo, we have Morgan Vanover, Elena Baker, Katie Thomas, Alex Kellenbeck, Bree Molitor, and Kendra Hoop. Bree's in the four-seater that her dad just raced. So who's going to get the whole shot?
It looks like it's going to be a backhoe car right up there in front.
That's number 12. That is Elena Baker. These women are giving it their all. How awesome is this? And we are riding with the leader, Elena Baker, I believe.
You got 917 Kendra Hoop, Oklahoma local, is in that second spot and on the gas right now.
Aliana Baker?
All right, I want to correct this. Miss Baker just came over and she gave me the business. Aliana Baker, she is your lead driver right now on the track. I got it. I remember it, Mom. I will get that right now every time.
Well, until the next race.
Yeah, until the next race. But she's going to come over here again. I'm pretty sure she might come over here and smack me around if I don't get it right by that time. I come up here for most of the short course rounds, so I should know it.
Yeah, there's a lot of names. I catch a lot of grief from a lot of people for goofing things up, but we do our best. We're having fun. I hope you two are. You are also. Tune in, ultra4racing.com/live. Go to the King of the Hammers Facebook page. Start a watch party. Hit that share button. Get everybody engaged. We are racing all day long for some of the best short course racing around. We started this morning with the Pro UTVs, but now it's the Women Turbo and the Women Naturally Aspirated. So it's a battle up front with Aliana.
Yeah, check that battle out right now. Aliana Baker doing everything she can to hold off the 917 of Kendra Hoop in that Women's Turbo class.
That onboard coming down the spillway is awesome to see. They are just stepping up their game. This Hammer King production crew is doing a great job. And take it live, shoot it to the internet.
Yeah, and I've been getting a lot of messages through social media, people that are watching this at home. I'm stoked to see all that. Absolutely, the live feed looks so incredible. The production team is absolutely killing it. But right now, as you see right there, Aliana Baker holding off the 917 of Kendra Swoop.
So Aliana and Kendra are really battling it, and we're back on board with Aliana.
Aliana driving for Team Baco, Polaris, HMF, John Reed Racing, G4 Suspension, D&M Engines, and MRT Tires.
Alex Kellenbeck out of Cypress, Texas, still running strong. She's in that fourth position. We have Katie Thomas, Kendra Hoop, Aliana Baker, and Bree Molitor still running strong. But we have a battle for first and second. Kendra Hoop and Aliana Baker are really battling strong.
Yeah, that's a great race up there in the front right now. We're in that in-car right now with Aliana Baker hugging that inside turn, sending it back downhill. Aliana really driving smart, protecting those lines, trying not to give
blocking the inside line,
to get around, right.
And look at this. We're back on board with Aliana. Super cool to see as she hits the G-Force tabletop, launching through there. This is part of the rock bouncer section you watched earlier this week during Visions.
Yeah, you see Kendra there trying to power through and come around the outside. Aliana taking that inside line away. It looked like Kendra was going to try to go outside and square up the inside line. Just not going to happen. Aliana driving incredible right now, protecting all the lines.
It'll be fun to see because they're getting ready to come back into the short course section. There is a split line here, so we'll see if Kendra Hoop takes the other line that Aliana does not.
Yeah, we're on the onboard up above now, so you'll be able to see it right now as we come into it. You'll see the dual line as they make this corner right there. Aliana looks like she's going
inside, outside?
Outside section over that big jump right there.
Kendra Hoop is still trying to get around, but Aliana still holding her off as they go into the concrete spillway section. It's a super steep off camber spot. It'll be cool to watch them as we're on board with Aliana. And look at that battle for first and second. Kendra Hoop and Baker are really running strong.
You know, we go back to saying this again, you never quit until the checkers, because anything could happen. These two are battling it out right now. Only a few corners left. Looks like Aliana going wide, maybe opening the door up a little bit there.
It's going to be close.
We'll see if Kendra can capitalize on that. Uh-oh. Aliana back out in front. Let's see if she can protect that inside line and charge up the hill to the MRT finish line. White flag is out. So Kendra still has
last
time.
lap. This, like you said, it comes down to the last lap. It's going to be a dogfight. These young women are really giving it their all. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So Aliana's in a non-turbo car racing with the turbo class.
Yeah, very much like Kanan's done. Kanan was running that naturally aspirated car in that turbo class also.
Alex Kellenbeck still running strong.
This Baker family, just some great drivers. You see Aliana turning a 233. Kendra Hoop turning a 233 also.
So to the second, they are running strong. So our top five, we have Aliana Baker, Kendra Hoop, Alex Kellenbeck, Katie Thomas, and Bree Molitor still running strong. They are out on their third lap, their third and final lap of this heat class.
Shaylee Broker leading the charge in that women's NA division right now. Shaylee out of Berryville, Arkansas, driving for AHS Underground, Godspeed Industries, Maxxis Tire, Freedom Power Sports, HCR, NRP, Brown Concrete, and Warpath Offroad.
We've got a great battle for third and fourth between Alex Kellenbeck and Katie Thomas. Fun one to watch there for sure. But up front, it's still Aliana and Kendra battling strong. Aliana got the whole shot and has held her off this entire race, but it has been close.
Looks like Aliana's finding her good lines there on this last lap. She is putting a little bit of a gap between her and Kendra, but this is where Kendra puts that power down and really catches up right here if you'll watch on the straightaway.
You just saw the split line right there. Really cool part of this track.
Yeah, that's a big power difference you see. That's an NA car going against a turbo car. Aliana definitely driving she's driving the best that she can possibly drive right now to hold off Kendra Hoop, but she's doing a great job right now, and she's a few corners away. If she can keep it in the front spot,
I have a feeling this last corner is going to be interesting. It's going to be inside, outside, a drag race to the MRT finish line.
It is, and you know what? Everybody get loud when they come around here in a minute.
Look at that inside, outside, sticks and nose in, shuts the door.
Here they are coming over the jump. Everybody get loud.
And it is a drag race, but Aliana shuts the door. It looks like Aliana Baker's going to get the win.
Checkered flag. Aliana Baker out of Owasso, Oklahoma, doing it for Team Baco, Polaris, HMF, John Reed Racing, G4 Suspension, D&M Engines, and MRT Tires. They got to be proud of that one. That was a battle, but she maintained and held her spot.
Matt, 0.3 of a second between Aliana Baker and Kendra Hoop. That's a race to the finish.
That sure is. Kendra Hoop, heck of a competitor. Congrats on that second place finish. This is just the heat race. We still have mains coming up, but that was a battle. That's going to be a good one to watch coming up. Kendra Hoop doing it for Mid-America Outdoors, Raceline Wheels, MRT Tires, Tulsa Power Sports, KUTV, and Rock Knockers.
And getting into that third position is going to be
Katie Thomas out of Lowell, Arkansas, driving for New Era Diesel and Off-Road, TQR Fabrication, Stillwater Power Sports, Wayland Speed, KWI Clutching, Off-Road Vixen, Seven Valleys Management, and CST Tires. Bree Molitor in that fourth spot. Shaylee Broker winning your women's NA division. Shaylee out of Berryville, Arkansas, winning big for AHS Underground, Godspeed Industries, Maxxis Tires, Freedom Power Sports, HCR, NRP, Brown Concrete, and Warpath Off-Road.
What a great race these ladies gave us, and we are still got a lot more to go. Remember, this was their heat class. They still have their main event coming up in just a little bit.
Yeah, now we're getting ready. We're going to see Amateur Turbo and Amateur NA. This is going to be a big, big class right now. They're going to get up there on the gate, get ready to go. And then after this, race number 7, I believe we'll take a quick break, water the track, do all that good stuff, and then we're going to come back to the mains. That's right.
So up next, amateur turbo and amateur naturally aspirated.
Yeah, expect to see in this amateur turbo Tim Dirk and Austin Vanover, Ian Lynn, Zach Smith, Mike Park, Chad Tyson, Maxwell Fullman, Ryan Vaughn, and Kendra Hoop back out there again, running in a regular class too.
She's going to get it with the guys too. I dig that.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised to see Kendra putting that car somewhere up front of the pack also. She is a super fast driver. And your amateur NA about to come up. You got Cruz, Burchard, Grant Honeycutt, Brecken Sage, Caden Ellis, Logan Ellis, Paxton Schindel, Caden Isabella, Tyler Hill, Matthew McReynolds, Landon Hubbard, Ryder Hall, and Carson Vale.
So while we have a quick break in the action, we're going to throw it out to some interviews and some highlights.
Hey guys, we're here at Visions Week, Mid-America Outdoors, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara, and I've got Clyde Bynum here with me. How you doing, Clyde?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm awesome. So I'm looking at this wall behind us, and they are saying this is going to be a race course. What exactly is going to drive up this?
All right, so right now we're all the way at the easy end, and then we'll work our way down the hard end. So yeah, this is race course for a UTV.
For a UTV, so they're just going to launch up it? Is it like who gets to the top first? Is it time? Is it style? What are they basing this race on?
So all of this racing is just like we do our National Cup Series. It's all time, and we'll do some course racing at the bottom, and then we'll usually do a hill climb and then come back down and finish at the bottom. We usually try to keep our courses anywhere from 60 to 120 seconds, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Wow, and do you have people of all ages, or is this specifically an adults competition right now?
We've got people from anywhere from 10, 11 years old to 40, 50 years old, so it's all ages.
It's really a family sport then.
It's 110% family sport, probably the most family-oriented sports out there. You know, we're still very young, so it's usually all the families involved.
What do you think keeps people coming back for this particular type of challenge with these kind of vehicles?
For the drivers, it's just like most racing, it's just a huge adrenaline rush. It's just knowing they can do it and excited that they get it done. And then for the spectators, it's just a large spectator-friendly sport because you see everything from start to finish.
Absolutely. So will they get to do each one of these walls, or do you got to get one to advance on to the next wall?
No, so basically they gave us a lot of options, and over the 2 days we'll do different courses. So some of these will go up, some of them will go down, and then the next day we may go up where we came down before. So the weather always plays a big role in it, and then I'll make my final choice Monday evening on course design, and we'll go from there Tuesday morning.
Very cool. Are we talking like stock UTVs, or are these completely modified vehicles?
Most of this class, like I said, is our Cup Series, so they're all an unlimited class. They're all 2 chassis. Even the UTV class is really more like the rock bouncers. Not much stock left in them.
What would you say is the biggest skill that's going to be an advantage for the winner of this type of competition?
You know, the people that consistently win, they have to push to the edge, obviously, but they're also able to keep in control with really good throttle control and obviously steering and things like that. But they, at this point, there's so many good guys out there. They're having to push to the edge even at that point to stay on top.
So out here we've got a lot of drivers coming. Who are some of the top ones that we can look forward to seeing compete?
We have, as far as the bouncer class, you know, we have people like Tim Cameron, Bubba Bacon, Brandon Davis, Danny Smith, a lot of those guys that run in the top of the Cup Series. And then in the UTV class, we got people like Paul Wolf, Cash LaCroix, Clint Garrison, a lot of those guys that are running at the top of the series right now.
Now you mentioned bouncers. UTVs I think a lot of people are familiar with. Some people may be familiar with bouncers, but can you tell us a little bit, like, what is a bouncer and what's the difference between that versus the UTVs?
So basically a bouncer is, you know, mostly a V8 powered rig, huge 47 spline axle shafts, 43-inch tires, where a UTV, and of course those bouncers are 1,000 plus horsepower competitive. The UTV class is more of like the Polaris and Can-Am stuff. Obviously they're custom built 2 chassis, but they're much smaller tires, 200 to 300 horsepower, just a little bit different suspension design, things like that.
What keeps you coming back to race here at this park in Jay, Oklahoma?
Like all the parks, we really look for the parks that are easy to work with. This is a park that does a phenomenal job supporting what we need to get it done, and also support on the day of, you know, for recovery and all that stuff to make it happen.
Is there anything specific you think people should know about when they're coming to this event, or if maybe they want to come compete in this event one day?
As far as this event, it's if you're not familiar with an off-road park, then get familiar with the off-road park side of things. But other than that, just try to make sure you know where to go beforehand and stay safe and have a good time.
Awesome, guys. Well, as you can see, they say somebody's going to shoot up this wall and win some money. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Come check it out or watch it live. Hi guys, we're here at Visions Week at Mid-America Outdoors just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara, and I am apparently standing here in the woods today with JT Taylor. How are you doing, JT?
Doing good. Yeah, you're standing on the course for the Endurance UTV race and the Unlimited 4400 course, the woods part of it. It's a trail called Dog Days here out at MAO.
Okay, so you said we've got the Ultra 4 4400 Unlimited class and the UTV Endurance race that's going to be coming through here. What are the differences in those two races and the vehicle types they might be using?
So the course is going to be the same for all of them. The differences in the vehicles, we have on the UTV side, we have Pro Rock cars that meet their rules. Then we have the Ultra 4 cars that meet our rules. They're really close. They're all safe. Just a few little differences, but we wanted to get a bunch of people from both of those events or both of those series to be able to race this event. So we made some concessions on rules on both sides. Then moving into the Unlimited 4400 class for Ultra 4, it's our standard rules for an unlimited car. We also have some 4500 cars and some 4800 cars, which are a lower class. They're coming out to step up and race this race in the Unlimited class to see how they stack up.
Okay, so as a spectator, if I come and I watch one of these two races, will I get to see them on the course or will I only get to see them take off? What can I expect?
So we're keeping them on the short course. There's 2 miles of short course and about a mile of woods. So they're only going to be in the woods for a few minutes. And with 20-something cars per class, I think we're 25 on the Endurance UTV, and then we're like 22 for the 4400 Unlimited. So you're going to get to see them on the course quite a bit. And then also we'll have jumbotrons playing around, so we're going to catch them with drones coming across the field, into the trees, coming out of the trees over by the mega truck track. So it's going to be a very good spectator event.
Would you say that the drivers that like rocks better or the drivers that like the speed better are going to be the ones that have an advantage on this course?
The drivers that are adept at short course are definitely going to shine here because of you have more short course than you have woods. But if you do great on the short course, but you suck in the trees and these trees don't move, you're going to get beat.
Do you know which day and time we can expect to see that race?
Yes, we're going to do that race on Friday morning, starting qualifying with UTVs at 8 a.m. And then we move straight into Ultra 4 qualifying, the 4400 class, then right back into UTV racing, and then straight into Unlimited class racing. So there's big names that people that have followed either side of this sport will know.
Very cool. Now, did most of these trails just naturally exist? Were they just old ditches? Were they logging roads? Or did you guys have to come in and completely build everything from scratch to be able to prep for this race?
No, we were pretty lucky in this. I spent a bunch of time out here and just poking around, and like the beginning of this one was started, but it wasn't finished through. So we finished this one through, but then it ties into another race course that they've used before for the Pro Rock stuff. So, and then the short course, of course, they have been building and fixing and changing, and we changed a little bit. There was some stuff that needed to be changed to be safe for the big cars, and they were super accommodating here at MAO, and they're just happy to have us all here and put on a good event.
So I understand we've got some big boy races going on, and then we've got some other serious races going on that don't involve necessarily the off-roading cars. Like we've got the pit bike race that's coming up as well. I hear there's a Barbie car race as well, and you're going to be in that one because you're not really ready for the pit bikes yet?
Neither. Not racing the pit bikes or the Barbie Jeep downhill.
Oh, come on. It'll be great. Everybody wants to see it.
Pass. Hard pass.
All right. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think there's going to be some laughs on all of those races as well as some serious competition between some of those bike guys.
right, welcome back, world. We are here live at Mid-America Outdoors for Visions. We're getting ready to kick off the amateur turbo and the amateur naturally aspirated, and the turbos are off. We have Tim Durkin, Austin Vanover, Ian Lynn, Zach Smith, Mike Park, Chad Tilson, Maxwell Fullman, Ryan Vaughn, and Kendra Hoop crawling back in the car. So who's going to get the whole shot?
Look at that at the top of the hill. That driver jumping right into that second place position.
So Zach Smith out of Claymore, Oklahoma, getting the whole shot. They're giving away $25,000 today, Matt.
We got a car
got
on the
tumble.
side right here. Coming out of the corner. We're going to get some help over there. Hopefully we'll get that car flipped over.
So we do have a car on his side. Can't quite tell who it is, but it looks like everything's okay. We're getting our .1 safety recovery crew over there.
Right now you got amateur turbo out on the track. Look at the dust right there.
Just going to say that.
In-car
You
view.
stole the words out of my mouth. The
It's hard
dust
to
is
even
getting
see
thick.
where to go with the dust out there. I'm sure they're going to come back before these mains and throw down a ton of water. That'll be coming up here just shortly. Right now, amateur turbo, amateur NA up on the gate. Looks like they're going to hold them back just a minute and get this car flipped over and out of the way. They want to have this track as safe as possible.
This is our last heat race. We have 2 races going on at the same time. So up next, right around 1 p.m., we'll kick off the main event. We may have to push it back just a little bit to get the track watered. So that was the number 167, I believe.
187?
187. Ryan Vaughn was upside down for a while, but they got him righted.
All right, we got some amateur NA drivers getting ready to go. Cruz, Burchard, Grant Honeycutt, Brecken Sage, Caden and Logan Ellis, Paxton Schindel, Caden Isabella, Tyler Hill, Matthew McReynolds, Landon Hubbard, Ryder Hall, and Carson Bell.
How cool is that to ride on board with a real race car?
So cool. They got the onboard camera, as you see right there, going down the spillway. Looking nice and smooth on the gas, sending it right there over that jump.
Zach Smith still out front. He makes his way around towards the MRT start-finish line. That'll be the heading out for lap 2 of 3. This is a 3-lap race.
Zach Smith out of Claremore, Oklahoma, and then you got Austin Vanover in that second spot, also out of Claremore, Oklahoma. Maxwell Fullman out of Corinth, Texas in that 3rd spot in amateur turbo. Chad Tyson in the 4th.
And I think Chad Tyson is the car we're riding along with. And
Back
we
up
are
to the
jumping
front.
side by side for the lead.
We got a battle right there. Back to the in-car view.
And I believe Austin Vanover did get the pass.
Showing him a wheel for sure right there, trying to make the move and get around. They're coming down that hill. They're all stacking up pretty tight again right there.
So Austin Vanover takes over the lead over Zach Smith. What a race we have on our hands. Again, I'm Miles Housequist calling the shots along with my buddy, Matt Edmondson.
Miles, I'm having a heck of a time with you out here today. Nothing but good racing, lots of fun calling all this action.
I mean, it's been a great week here at Visions. We're here at the Mid-America Outdoor Off-Road Park. This is a 2-mile short course lap. They'll be doing 3 laps.
You know, and I'm just picking up on what's going on the track. It looks like that rollover may have messed the plan up a little bit on double gating these drivers, so we may see this amateur NA class. They're still sitting on the gate up there. They'll probably end up going here in just a second, right at the culmination of this race now. But Zach Smith out in front. Zach out of Claremore, Oklahoma, driving for VS Racing. You got Austin Vanover in the second spot, also out of Claremore, Oklahoma, driving for U.S. Mortgage Corporation, Country Financial, Michael Trupia, and ZS Contracting. And then in that 3rd spot, Ian Lynn out of Columbus, Ohio, driving for Boustain Driven Racing Oil, Crown Off-Road Racing, Raceline, Maxxis, HMF, Race Exhaust, and Race Quip. Another one of those Crown racing cars, man. Tewksbury's got a whole fleet of fast guys out here.
They are stout cars for sure. And just remember, this was a skiing lake, a 42-acre skiing lake just a year ago. They blew out the dam and built one heck of a racetrack. And we've got a race on our hands, number 6 and 18, as Ian Lynn.
And Austin Vanover trying to hold on and keep Ian Lynn from getting around. You're seeing the in-car view right there, getting a little wonky. There's a lot of rocks and new divots and little bumps and stuff that are going to be developing throughout the day. You'll see it very, very clearly when you're looking at that in-car as you see these drivers working that steering wheel so hard.
And it's a huge advantage now to get that clean air because the dust is getting thick, as you can see. Austin Vanover and Ian Lynn battling it out. Zach Smith has dropped off pace just a little bit. He was our leader early on. But remember, this is the heat laps, or the heat race, so all this does is get you a good gate position. So he's probably just has the track figured out, and now he's playing the save the car game.
Yeah, Ian Lynn making the move, getting to the front of the pack, was running in second. Now he's up front. Ian driving that Crown Racing machine out of Columbus, Ohio.
We've got fenders hanging off. We've got doors hanging off. Window nets flying in the wind.
When there's this much money on the line, you hang it all out, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. Look at that drone view right there of Ian Lynn charging out in front, wanting to take the win so bad in this amateur turbo division. I know he'd be making that Crown Racing team super proud. This is a heck of a drive for Ian Lynn right now.
Lots of action spread out all over this 2-mile short course for this amateur turbo class. We still have the amateur naturally aspirated class still waiting up top, getting ready to be sent down the track. But like Matt had mentioned, we believe with that rollover early on, they decided to not send them both out at the same time for safety issues. Great shot of that Can-Am running strong. So Austin Vanover, Ian Lynn, Zach Smith, Maxwell Fuelman, Chad Tyson, Tim Durkin, Kendra Hoop, and Ryan Vaughn.
Amateur turbo right there. It looks like the checkered flag is going to come out right there. So that's a heck of a drive. Ian Lynn out of Columbus, Ohio, 35 years old, driving that Can-Am for Boustain Driven Racing Oil, Crown Offroad Racing, Raceline Maxxis, HMF Exhaust, and Race Quip.
Looks like Zach Smith just pulls into the third position with Maxwell Fuelman right behind him. So top of the box goes to Ian Lynn, Austin Vanover, then Zach Smith. Remember, this is the heat race, getting things all set up for the main event. Have another car on its side.
We will get the track cleared, and then we're going to get ready. I believe we're going to send this amateur NA now. We thought these drivers were going to be double gated, but you know, I'm also looking at this thing going, there's quite a few amateur NA drivers, so they might just give them their own track time, especially in this amateur division. Most of this amateur division is, a lot of these guys are new to racing, guys and girls, new to racing, and they're out there whipping it up on the track.
Speaking about whipping it up, we just saw our FPV drone do a little stunt action there as he's going to fly in and get a battery swap. The FPV drone with Believe Cam has done an amazing job teaming up with Hammer King Productions.
There you see your amateur NA cars locked and loaded on top of the hill right there. Such a cool start, Miles. What do you think about this? Tell me what you think about this.
Look at this
replay.
That. That's what happened. Came a little too on the inside and caught that berm and flopped her right over.
Yeah, and as you'll notice, you're looking at this car on its side right there, and you can see it right here on these cars on the starting line. They do have these bumpers in between those wheels.
Yeah,
that's
kind of tree kickers
tree
or
kickers.
A tire saver.
And they're wanting to do that so that you can't get a wheel or anything in between those two wheels and cause an accident there. And that's what you just saw. Sometimes you can get in close and one wheel touch the back wheel of another car, and all of a sudden you'll see someone go right into a rollover there. But we're getting the track cleared. We're going to have amateur NA ready to go. Crews Burchard, Grant Honeycutt, Brecken Sage, Caden Ellis, Logan Ellis, Paxton Schindel, Caden Isabella, Tyler Hill, Matthew McReynolds, Landon Hubbard, Ryder Hall, and Carson Vale. Carson Vale, one to watch. Also, I've had the pleasure to hang out with the Ellis family and hang out with Caden and Logan Ellis, both Oklahoma boys driving for Sawdust Fly Designs, Evo Power Sports, SDR Performance, Clear Creek Plumbing, Gas, Black Pearl Floating, Cafe, Max Performance. They got a list of sponsors. It's so long. I talked to the family earlier. They said Sawdust. Make sure you say Sawdust. So I'm saying Sawdust for it. But they're getting ready to go right now in that amateur NA. It's coming up here in just a few moments.
What a wonderful day of racing it has been, and it is not over yet. We started the day out with the biggest race with the Pro Turbo, and Kyle Cheney walked away with the win once again. That guy has been on fire this year. He won 2 races at King of the Hammers this year.
Well, he is we're racking up a list of wins right now. I know he has been battling some other issues. He's had a crazy year. We were talking in the pits. He was telling me, he's had some motor troubles. He's worked through those problems. And you know what? I can't think of a better place to work through all those problems and put it all together than right here at Visions and take home that big money.
Yeah, over $25,000 being handed out today to all these UTV drivers.
Right now, shooting down the hill, you see your amateur NA drivers. They're going to go back down, come up that other side, and hit that jump. Right there, you can kind of see it through the trees. And we're going to see who it is as they come down and make this corner right in front of us.
That's going to be the 1-2-4, it looked like, of Caden Isabel out of Yuma, Arizona. And we got a little tumble.
We got a couple of guys getting off track right there. Man, we got 2 different gates right now. It looks like we got so many of these amateur NA drivers that they double gated the NA class. So we're going to call it the best we can see it as we get some transponder readings right here.
Remember, this is their heat race, getting everything set up for the main event. Looks like the 1-2-1 of Paxton Schindel gets the whole shot for his gate. Remember, this is getting everything all set up for the main event later on today to get their gate picks.
Yeah, this Heat 1 race is basically going to dictate where they get to line up in the main events that are coming up just shortly. So it's crucial to get out front, get a good spot, try to get on that front row, especially in any classes that you're going to have these 2 different divisions running. Because you definitely want the clean air, you want the good vision, you want to be able to get out front, check out, nail your lines, and drive a good race.
What a great race it's been so far. It's been a great week here at Visions at the Mid-America Outdoors Off-Road Park. Thank you to everybody for sticking around, whether you're on site or back at home tuning in. Ultra4Racing.com/live. You can go to the King of the Hammers Facebook page. Matt Ram 11 sharing it. SRRS is sharing it as well. So get on their pages, give us some love.
On board with Caden Isabella right there, looking nice and smooth, just flying around the track right there. Leading the charge in Division 1 of your amateur NA. Caden Isabella out of Yuma, Arizona, 15 years old.
Starting to warm up a little bit. It's roughly 80 degrees. It's got some clouds in the sky, but it is a great day for racing. And it looks like it's going to be the 124 of Caden Isabella out of Yuma, Arizona in the lead.
See Caden coming up the hill right there. Your second place driver, you see that's Logan Ellis out of Wagoner, Oklahoma. My man Logan Ellis, 25 years old, driving for Sawdust Fly, Checker DeSass Custom Tees, OFC Docks, Mida Contractors, Rock and Circle, S Leather, C4 Welding, Frigid Whips and more, Rapid Razor and Performance.
And finishing up lap 1 on the top is Caden Isabella, then Logan Ellis, then Tyler Hill, then Brecken Sage, and then Landon Hubbard. There is noise all over this racetrack, starting to get a little spread out, but they are having a lot of fun out there.
Division 2 amateur NA, you got Ryder Hall in the lead spot with Cruz Burchard in that second spot with Grant Honeycutt in third, and Caden Ellis right there in the 4th spot, also out of Oklahoma. The Ellis brothers out there doing work right now on the track.
That was a great shot of the 615 of Ryder Hall hitting the G-Force launch as we speak. Sounds like Carson Vale lost four-wheel drive, so he's just kind of putting around the track, putting his laps in. They'll get something figured out. Got one car off course.
Looking at that battle right there, that's going to be close one right there. You see those two cars dicing it out. The dust picking up, back on board with Caden Isabella right there in the lead. That green and white machine looking nice and smooth out there on the track.
Tomorrow, don't forget to tune in. We'll be doing the Ultra 4 racing in the UTV endurance race. We're going to have a lot of fast guys and gals on course tomorrow for Ultra 4 racing. Get a little slideways there was Caden Isabella, our leader.
Hey, don't forget to come and join us up at the shop. We're going to be jumping freestyle motocross here later. Matt Byton and the squad going to put on a show. I'll be back up there with my man Denny Stevenson, calling all the action with all those legends in that freestyle motocross. They're going to be doing it big for you guys, so you come up there and get super loud, and maybe we can get these guys to go upside down quite a bit on two wheels. Pretty cool to see. Look at that 121 machine right there.
That's Paxton Schindel still running strong in that single-seat Polaris RS1.
Paxton leading the charge in Division 2 out of El Cajon, California, driving for Factory Polaris, GBC Tires, Walker Evans, DynoJet Research, Maxima Oils, and Powder One.
The white flag is out, and it's still Caden Isabella out front. Then Logan Ellis, then Tyler Hill, then Brinken Sage, and then Landon Hubbard.
Yeah, Caden Isabella and Logan Ellis absolutely putting in a great drive up there in front. Caden Isabella just charging that car nice and smooth. Logan Ellis right behind, not giving up at all, going to race all the way to the finish with Tyler Hill right there in the third spot. Down in Division 2, Paxton Schindel leading the charge. About a 16-second gap over second place, Cruz Richard with Ryder Hall in that third spot.
So this is basically two separate heats going on at the same time, so this will get their starting gate for the main event later on this afternoon.
They'll rack them in the gate based on when you have two divisions like this, we go off of basically your times, right? So that's how we look at who's going to go into what position when you have two different divisions. But all of these guys will go into the main. There will not be two divisions in the main. There will be one gate with a whole herd of riders getting out there on the track and battling it out. Money on the line in every race today, so nobody is going to let anybody have an easy day. Everybody wants that money.
Caden Isabella still out front out of Yuma, Arizona. Running strong as it hits the G-Force launch, heading down the concrete spillway as our FPV drones chasing them right along. What a wonderful day of racing it has been here at Visions. Another day of action. It's been a week long. It's been a long week, but it's been a fun week.
That's exactly right. I'm absolutely stoked to be here. I've had a blast calling all this action this week. You know, Jason had the vision, created it, made it happen. Everybody's here, and this is Visions. And, you know, I can tell you right now, Jay, Oklahoma is stoked to have everybody here.
Yeah, Jay, Oklahoma is a cool little town. The population is only about 2,500 people. Elevation's 1,000 feet, and it is a one heck of a place here at Mid-America Outdoors.
Caden Isabella taking the win right there in Division 1. There's my man right there, the 118 of Logan Ellis, charging into that second position from Wagoner, Oklahoma.
Checkered flag is a flying. Caden Isabella, then Logan Ellis.
Here comes a 121 of Paxton Schindel, your Division 2 winner. Paxton with the fastest lap time in the amateur division. He turned a 2:34.6. Next closest to Paxton going to be Caden Isabella with a 2:37.8. But man, these amateur guys are You know, these NA drivers, they're not slowing up one bit. These guys are fast.
They're giving it their all. What a great race. And it's going to be a race to the finish with these last two.
Yeah, my man Caden Ellis trying to hold off that 13 machine.
Grant Honeycutt.
That's going to be a strong move. It looks like Caden Ellis is, we're about to get the official readings as they come through. See if we can get it updated here. But it looks like Caden Ellis is going to move into that 4th spot, I believe. We'll get an official scoring on that here in a second, but also I want to touch on this 1 second. We are the announcers, we're not the officials, so if we say something wrong, don't kill us. The scoring officials got it right, I promise you. They got these cool little transponder units on there, and that basically makes it to where nothing we say really counts, it's what that thing says. So right now we're waiting on the official results from that.
While we have a little break in the action, make sure you go up there and see our guys and gals there at Rand's almost world-famous hot dogs. They've been serving us up all day, so thank you. They just gave me a hot dog, and I chowed it down. It was excellent.
Yeah, I think I'm actually about to go back for seconds. Rand and his wife, they're out there. You know, they've been taking great care of us this weekend. So have these ladies sitting right here at the bar behind us. As you can see, they got all the adult beverages you can need, some Gatorades, some Cokes, you know, waters. Now they're laughing at me because I'm talking about them over here. I can see it right now, but they won't be laughing very much when I ask you guys to make sure you tip them well when you come down here and get some beverages.
They've got it all.
Yeah, we're going to skip over. We're going to show you some cool stuff out on the track right now. As you can see there's that 70,000 square foot water park they built. That lazy river, it's hosted me quite a bit this time. I've figured out how to master floating around that thing and being comfortable in the afternoons, that's for sure.
Thank you to everybody who has tuned in all over the world and here on site. This is Visions Week at the Mid-America Outdoors Park. We are just outside of Jay in northeast Oklahoma. This park spans over 1,500 acres and is a premier riding and racing park. Extremely family friendly. They've got amazing amenities, including cabins, bathhouses, RV sites, dry camping, laundry room, power wash station, open air games, a pool, a lazy river, live music. They've got it all. So a huge shout out to Jason Robinette and his entire crew. So I have a quick break in the action. We're going to throw it out to some of our highlight reels from earlier in the week.
Hey guys, we're here at Visions Week, Mid-America Outdoors, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara, and I've got Clyde Bynum here with me. How you doing, Clyde?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm awesome. So I'm looking at this wall behind us, and they are saying this is going to be a race course. What exactly is going to drive up this?
All right, so right now we're all the way at the easy end, and then we'll work our way down the hard end. So yeah, this is race course for a UTV.
For a UTV, so they're just going to launch up it? Is it like who gets to the top first? Is it time? Is it style? What are they basing this race on?
So all of this racing is just like we do our National Cup Series. It's all time, and we'll do some course racing at the bottom, and then we'll usually do a hill climb and then come back down and finish at the bottom. We usually try to keep our courses anywhere from 60 to 120 seconds, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Wow, and do you have people of all ages, or is this specifically an adults competition right now?
We've got people from anywhere from 10, 11 years old to 40, 50 years old, so it's all ages.
It's really a family sport then.
It's 110% family sport, probably the most family-oriented sports out there. You know, we're still very young, so it's usually all the families involved.
What do you think keeps people coming back for this particular type of challenge with these kind of vehicles?
For the drivers, it's just like most racing, it's just a huge adrenaline rush. It's just knowing they can do it and excited that they get it done. And then for the spectators, it's just a large spectator-friendly sport because you see everything from start to finish.
Absolutely. So will they get to do each one of these walls, or do you got to get one to advance on to the next wall?
No, so basically they gave us a lot of options, and over the 2 days we'll do different courses. So some of these will go up, some of them will go down, and then the next day we may go up where we came down before. So the weather always plays a big role in it, and then I'll make my final choice Monday evening on course design, and we'll go from there Tuesday morning.
Very cool. Are we talking like stock UTVs, or are these completely modified vehicles?
Most of this class, like I said, is our Cup Series, so they're all an unlimited class. They're all tube chassis. Even the UTV class is really more like the rock bouncers. Not much stock left in them.
What would you say is the biggest skill that's going to be an advantage for the winner of this type of competition?
You know, the people that consistently win, they have to push to the edge, obviously, but they're also able to keep in control with really good throttle control and obviously steering and things like that. But they, at this point, there's so many good guys out there. They're having to push to the edge even at that point to stay on top.
So out here we've got a lot of drivers coming. Who are some of the top ones that we can look forward to seeing compete?
We have, as far as the bouncer class, you know, we have people like Tim Cameron, Bubba Bacon, Brandon Davis, Danny Smith, a lot of those guys that run in the top of the Cup Series. And then in the UTV class, we got people like Paul Wolf, Cash LaCroix, Clint Garrison, a lot of those guys that are running at the top of the series right now.
Now you mentioned bouncers. UTVs I think a lot of people are familiar with. Some people may be familiar with bouncers, but can you tell us a little bit like what is a bouncer and what's the difference between that versus the UTVs?
So basically a bouncer is, you know, mostly a V8 powered rig, huge 47 spline axle shafts, 43-inch tires, where a UTV, and of course those bouncers are 1,000 plus competitors. The UTV class is more of like the Polaris and Can-Am stuff. Obviously they're custom built tube chassis, but they're much smaller tires, 200 to 300 horsepower, just a little bit different suspension design, things like that.
What keeps you coming back to race here at this park in Jay, Oklahoma?
Like all the parks, we really look for the parks that are easy to work with. This is a park that does a phenomenal job supporting what we need to get it done, and also support on the day of, you know, for recovery and all that stuff to make it happen.
Is there anything specific you think people should know about when they're coming to this event, or if maybe they want to come compete in this event one day?
As far as this event, you know, it's if you're not familiar with an off-road park, then, you know, get familiar with, you know, the off-road park side of things. But other than that, just try to make sure you know where to go beforehand and stay safe and have a good time.
Awesome, guys. Well, as you can see, they say somebody's going to shoot up this wall and win some money. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Come check it out or watch it live. Hey guys, welcome to Visions Week. We're here at Mid-America Outdoors just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara, and today I've got Joey with me. How you doing, Joey?
I'm doing great. I can't tell you how excited I am to be out here at Visions here at Mid-America. It's an amazing resort facility.
It is, man. The development that he's been doing here is just crazy. All the stuff that he has added here. What has been the perks to you that you feel like people need to know about this place? You got to come see it.
The thing that's different about this park than most parks that I go to and other people go to is it's literally something for everybody in your family. For the wives that maybe don't love to get down and dirty like some of the guys do while we're out there doing what we love, there's something for them. There's tons of stuff for the kids that they can go and do and be safe and entertained and you know, just have a good, great week or weekend, whatever you may be doing out here at Mid-America. It's a place that everybody should visit, and no one's ever been disappointed.
Absolutely. So tell me what's going on here. We pulled up and there's this dirt pile, and I'm thinking, okay, this is part of them building the course out here, and then they tell me, no, this is the course. This is one of the challenges that's going to be happening this week.
You know, all week long there's going to be a lot of different types of racing, but the particular event that we're standing in front of right here is part of the beginning of the knockout course. And what knockout is it's two side-by-sides or two rock bouncers at the same time, and they go up the same course. It's a wide course. They can cross over. I'm not going to say contact is encouraged, but it is legal. If you got to get into each other or cut somebody off, get up that hill, it's a dog fight to the top. Here they're going to be jumping about a 35-40 foot gap over a creek uphill to get things started, and then it's uphill from there, and it's just all out war.
And man, this is not the only jump. I'm looking up here, even once they launch this ditch, they've got some landings and they've got even more hills at the top. It looks pretty rugged up there.
Yeah, it's about 250 yards long. There's dips, dives, holes. What you can't see on the other side of these bigger jumps is there's actually some downward stuff. So you got to time these things right. You can really make some mistakes in there. We tested this a little bit Memorial Day, and man, I'm telling you, it was a really exciting show. So we've repped it up a little bit from there and extended it. It's going to be even more fun.
Can we expect to see a lot of speed and maybe some crashes in there?
You can see a lot of speed. You're definitely going to see a few crashes, but I think what you're really going to see is probably the hardest race knockout of all time, because this is 5 times the biggest payout we've ever done on this event. So we're going to get that going Saturday morning. I believe tentatively it's at 9 a.m. and that's going to lead off the finale day of our event. But after that, there's going to be a big show with monster trucks and Dennis Anderson world record jumps. Saturday's going to be a big day, but make sure you get out here and enjoy it all.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, this park is phenomenal. I don't think anybody can say enough about it, and the fun that people are already having just gathering out here is incredible.
It has not been easy to align everybody's stars to be in one place at one time, but everybody made sacrifices and put an extra effort forward to pull this event off. And for a first-year event, the way it's stacked up and it's came to life just from what was wrote down on paper 6 months ago, it's been pretty amazing to be part of the process. I'm very grateful to be included in all the guys and girls that are involved, and of course Jason and Mid-America and what they've done and stepped out and pushed things to the next level. It really means a lot to all of us in the sport. I'm sure that all the racers are just happy to have a facility that's really going after it like this, and it's raising the bar for everybody.
Absolutely, all ages out there love it. Guys, you heard it. Come out and check it out. It's going to be a great event. Hey guys, welcome to Visions Week here at Mid-America Outdoors, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm here today with Justin and Gatlin. How are you guys doing?
All right, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm awesome. It looks like you guys have some pretty cool toys behind here.
Yep. I've got Voodoo Child, which is our rock bouncer, and my daughter has her little racer. She'll be racing for the first time on Monday.
Are you a better driver than this guy here?
That's a hard one because he has a lot more experience.
Is he your coach?
Yeah.
So one day you're going to be better, faster than him, right?
Probably.
So you've been coming here for a while. This isn't your first time here. The park's been going through a lot of development and adding new cool things. What would you say your favorite part about this park is?
Definitely the facilities, the bathhouses here, your amenities, and you add a pool and a lazy river, you can't beat that.
Oh yeah, I think everybody's looking forward to that pool getting open and diving right in. So I've seen some kids' cars bouncing around here that kind of look like kid-sized bouncers. Do you think you'll stick with the UTVs for a while, or are you going to upgrade and move on to the bouncer series as well?
I'll probably move more toward the Ultra 4 because it's kind of like the exact same, but a little bit different.
So you like the rocks and the go fast, huh? All right, guys. Thank you so much for being out here today with us. Hey, guys. Welcome to Visions Week. We are at Mid-America Outdoors, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. My name's Tara, and I've got Landon Brown here with me today. So these are your cars behind us here, right? Yeah. And you've got two?
Two.
Very cool. So let's see. What's this one over here? It looks like it says Sub-Zero on it. That's your first rock crawler, right?
Yeah.
And how did you come up with that name?
From Mortal Kombat.
Very cool. What's your favorite part about the old car, and what's your favorite part about this new car?
My favorite part about the new car is rear steer, and my favorite part about my other car is going fast.
Going fast. All right. I'm going to have Wyatt step in here. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. You want to tell us a little bit about the new car here?
All right. So we it was Dad's idea. We come up with he wanted to use a Harley motor on the new one. So I got to talking with some buddies of mine that run transmission shops, and so we kind of figured out a way to make it work. Last weekend we just put a 1200 kit on the motor, so now it's a 1200 instead of a 883. I asked Landon, I said, what do I have on my buggy that you don't have on yours? And then immediately he's like, you have rear steer. And I'm like, well, if I could put it on there, you want to do it? And he said, yes. He's still learning it, but he loves driving it.
Welcome back, world. I am Miles Haswis. Alongside me is Matt Edmondson, and we are about to kick off the main events for these limited classes. And Matt, don't you have one of your buddies up here?
I do. I got my man Denny Stevenson right here. He is announcing with me. We've been doing this freestyle motocross show. Denny, a legend in his own right, came from the two-wheel world. We've been having such a good time out here calling all this action, just in general having fun, dude. So what do you think about this place?
It's unreal. When my buddy Matt Byton, who's doing the jump show, had called me and suggested you needed an announcer for their jumping, I didn't know what it was. They said, man, it's going to be 10 days down in Jay, Oklahoma, and I didn't even look it up what it was, what we got here. It's just one of the most incredible venues. The amount of detail that went into all this, the amount of entertainment that's going on daily, it's incredible, man. People are having an awesome time. We've been in the lazy river. We've been watching bands. The freestyle show's been going off every night. You and I have been hanging out, getting rowdy, and I'm feeling it a little bit today.
Yeah, last night we definitely had a good time for Puddle of Mud, Everclear. We had 2 freestyle shows last night, but I can definitely tell you I woke up this morning feeling a little bit, little fuzzy myself.
Yeah, we definitely enjoyed the liquor entertainment, and but that show was last night was epic. The chance for those guys to do 2 shows. The crowd was having a great time. The bands were rocking, and it's been incredible. The hill climb yesterday, the bull riding, the list goes on and on. I can't believe that the amount of stuff that's going on this week, and I hope everybody's having a great time.
Yeah, I definitely don't think anybody's having a bad time for sure, and if they are, I'm not exactly sure how that's even possible. But yeah, there's so much going on. We still got, a freestyle show tonight. We got another one tomorrow, right? They're just going to be keeping on doing all this cool stuff. So, you see these freestyle guys, you see Denny, you see myself running around, give us a high five, have a beer with us, whatever. We're here to hang out with everybody and have a good time. But, what do you think about all this 4-wheel racing, though? You come from 2 wheels, I come from 2 wheels. When are we going to see you in a side-by-side?
It's pretty incredible. When we first got here, we walked around the pool, and I looked down this valley and seen this enormous track that they have, without even really understanding what was going to happen. It's incredible. The 4 wheels, the hill climbing yesterday we watched, they were going up a vertical wall, and then I'm seeing some of the highlights down here where these guys are going cartwheel end over end. I didn't realize that they could make these things as fast and as gnarly and as just jacked up as they are.
Man, they do exactly that. But what's so crazy about it is like, you see a lot of these guys from moto, like Scott Champion and them, that they have an incredible career in moto, and then they come over and they get in this 4-wheel cars. They, the joke is we say with age comes a cage. But,
exactly.
They're over here absolutely killing it. I mean, I think it's such a crossover sport, and I think that the moto guys are just seeing how much competition and how much money is in side-by-side racing, and we're seeing a lot of that here.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with the crossover. When I heard that Scotty was doing it, and I heard he did real well on his first time racing. The growing up racing a motocross bike and on dirt, you're going to recognize the lines. You're going to see the how it carved through the corners. The consistency of the dirt. I think Scott has an advantage on coming into that. Some motocross guys would. And I know how much respect they have for how gnarly it is. Matt Byton and Kenny Bartram were invited to race today. And Matt
by the Ellis family, right?
Yeah, and Matt did not bring his, he's done it before. He didn't bring his neck, Hans device or whatever. And he just knew, like, man, I just know that it's gnarly, and if I'm not fully prepared, I don't want to go out there, look dumb, and possibly get injured because it's pretty intense.
It is. And Matt Byton, no stranger to getting in some big, massive 4-wheel machines. He drove that Metal Militia monster truck a couple of times.
As we like to say, he's the only man that's ever done a backflip on a dirt bike and in a monster truck.
Yeah, that's true. He gets pretty rowdy on just about everything he's on, whether that be pit bike, monster truck, dirt bike. I don't even know. We had some shenanigans the other night. It was pretty funny. We actually got to see Matt Byton on top of his van doing a burnout on a pit bike.
He's been wanting to do that for a while now, and I've always talked him out of it. But Anthony got that pit bike up on top of his van, and he just roasted the tire right off the thing that was smoking. He's like, and his rationale was, man, I'm getting the thing painted in a month, so let's just burn it to the ground.
That's right. He did it too. I took a video the next day. It was just rubber all over the top of the van. You see the black marks on it, but man, that's such a squad. I mean, the dudes that you guys have that came in to do this show, Anthony Murray, he's an awesome guy. Derek Brulou making that 19-hour drive from New Jersey. I mean, Kenny the Cowboy Bartram, he's a legend. Everybody in Oklahoma knows Kenny. All of these guys doing it so big. They're all legends in their sport. Matt X Games, Kenny X Games, Nitro Circus, all the fun stuff that he does. I know Anthony does. Anthony and Derek both do Nitro Circus too, right?
Yep, they've toured all over the world, all over the country, and they're getting up there in age. They're 40, 41. I think Anthony's youngest, around 31, and it just shows how experienced and how gnarly they are. That they're still busting out huge backflips, 85-foot gap. With age does not come in the cage with these guys. They're still busting ass out there doing huge tricks, putting on a great show. And they've seen it all, and you can watch them and just know that they're seeing some of the best that's ever done it.
Yeah, no doubt. And, I mean, they're athletes, and this is something that, these guys didn't just go out and learn how to do this last year. They've been doing this their whole life. They've got such mad bike skills on those things, and they can do just about anything, throw that bike around in the air. Scotty Champion coming in and jumping with him. He's fresh from Supercross and hitting ramps. This is a big first time for him hitting a bag landing ramp, too.
Yeah, talking to him, I guess he has not even hit a metal landing. We're going to have that out, I think, later this weekend down here. He's never hit, he's usually jumped dirt to dirt, maybe ramp to dirt. So he's experienced a whole new thing, and you can see how comfortable he's getting throughout the week. We've been jumping since Saturday. We've been here every night, and it's been cool because they actually had the bag landing up by the concert venue, but in the drag races for the last couple nights, and you see each one of them feel a lot more comfortable as the week progresses.
Yeah, Scott's got some really steezy whips, and this being his first time to hit that ramp and do all that stuff, you've seen him really, kind of get more and more comfortable every round. Like the whips are getting more upside down. He's actually mixing in a few little different variations of tricks. We saw him throw some heel clickers and some knack-knacks up there.
Speaking of that, you said about the bag, they're jumping into an airbag, which is basically an oversized bounce house, and that's part of kind of the safety factor. If something were to go wrong, they got something soft to land on. But what was crazy last night is, unbeknownst to us, announcing is that the compressors tripped, or the generator tripped, power tripped. So it's still running, but the power had gone off. The blowers had stopped blowing, and the landing was starting to deflate.
Yeah, I saw Matt Byton actually hit that thing. I think he was the last one before we pulled the plug on that show. But, man, when he hit it, it literally collapsed in the middle on both sides of him. So, scary moment for Matt, for sure. We had to talk him off a cliff last night. He was ready to hang up freestyle.
He was definitely the fear factor had hit him slap in the face. And he was like, man, we're only going to do one more jump. I'm like, no, man, you're going to do the train. And he finally got comfortable again. But, yeah, what a kind of a crazy, intense moment. The bag's supposed to be safe, and its own soft factor with the compressor or the generator and the air had just stopped working.
Yeah, the other thing, too, that we noticed up there with that bag is that, with the weather conditions, when we get down towards the nighttime and we start jumping, there's a lot of dew that builds up on the other side of that bag, and it makes it slick. So, you've probably seen us up there the last couple of nights working with mops and fans and stuff to dry everything out. But, safety first. We want these guys to go up there and put on a big show, have a good time, get done at the end and have some beers with the boys and hang out and enjoy all the concerts and stuff. So we were taking all the precautions. But that show's coming up later. We'll be up there. We'll do that show afterwards. We'll be hanging out. So if you see any of these guys, you see Derek Anthony, Kenny, Matt, Scott, whoever, even if you see me and Denny and you want something from us, an autograph or whatever, we're going to be walking around, hanging out, high-fiving everybody and having a good time tonight. Another concert tonight. We still got some main events to do in this amateur and expert short course series that we got going on here for Visions. But, man, it was awesome talking with you, Denny. Thanks for coming down. I know you're trying to soak up some AC and do a little bit of recovery mode from last night.
Whew, one last night.
I unfortunately did not get that option. I was right there with you, but I was back down here at 7 a.m.
I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain. And, again, everybody, this has just been an awesome week. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Visions Off-Road, Mid-America Outdoors. I mean, this is just it's a chance of a lifetime. It's awesome, and I'm hoping to come back next year. I think we're going to try and make this happen again from what I understand, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this week. We still got 3 more shows, 3 more nights, and I hope everybody's having a great time. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for coming down. Miles, you back with us, buddy?
I'm here, buddy. It's going to be a great day. We're sorting through a few things before we kick off the mains for these classes. We have the vet class with the turbo and the naturally aspirated. We have the expert turbo in NA. We have the women's turbo in NA, and we have the amateur turbo NA. So we'll have 4 races, but 8 races total because we'll have 2 races going on at the same time.
That's exactly right. Yeah, so all these classes that you'll see here, even though we run Vet Turbo and Vet 40 Plus NA first out the box. That's 2 different races, but they'll be on the track at the same time. So,
thank you again to each and every one of you for tuning in. Ultra4racing.com/live. All week long. We still have tomorrow, which is Ultra 4, and then Saturday we kick off with knockout racing, rock bouncer style. Then we'll do the downhill Barbie Jeep at 2 p.m. into the pond. And then Saturday night, Dennis Anderson and 10 of his best friends will be putting on a monster truck show and then a world record jump.
I'm standing here with one of the Ellis boys. You just got out there and absolutely killed us. Tell us what you think about the track right now.
It's fast for sure. We just got to hit our jumps right, and I really don't know what to do with my hands, but we're going to go give her heck in the feature and see what happens.
Well, I can tell you what you should do with your hands in that feature. You keep them on the steering wheel and go as fast as you can. But That's all coming up here just shortly. Thanks for rapping with me, man. I had a great time hanging out with the Ellis family in the pits. Hospitality at its best here from everybody. They welcomed us in. We had a good time with them. A couple nights in a row now. They even texted me last night, I think it was about 12:30, and said, "You want to go on a trail ride?" I said, "Hey, man, I got to get up way early in the morning, and I'm trying to be able to talk for like 8 days."
So they know how to party.
Yeah, they do. Uh-oh. Mom just said, "But tonight." You know what that means. Hey, Miles.
No holds barred there.
Hey, Miles, I may not be here tomorrow to help out with whatever we're doing.
Yes, you will.
Okay, all right, I'll be here.
So don't let him join in the festivities tonight.
If you guys see that 217 pit bike going through the pits really fast about 2 a.m., I'm trying to get to sleep, I promise.
We've got cold drinks down here. Come see our gals down here. They got everything. They got all the beer, all the Trulies. Give a nice little tip.
I'm sitting here watching this drone fly over, and they are about to fly over paradise right there. You see that?
There's the lazy river.
Woo! That's my home away from home right there. I'm ready to go. Yesterday I saw these production crew guys out there floating it up, having a good time.
We were there for 2 or 3 hours. It was a great time.
You know, I floated probably, 3 or 4 laps, and we instigated some backflips off the walkways and stuff like that. So we kind of vacated the premises before we got in trouble. But the other thing, too, was, man, everybody had their coolers all alongside the lazy river, and I was that one guy that showed up empty-handed. So I was like, oh, my lazy river trip is over. I got to go find some beverages.
They sell them here on site. You buy a 6-pack of beer. They put it in a bag with ice for $10. That's awesome.
Man, I like bags of beer. I like bags of wine. It doesn't even matter. We'll be riding around the lazy river later playing Slap the Bag.
I do see a few cars starting to line up, so hopefully we're just minutes away. Or you can get 6 Trulies for $12. I like that.
6 Trulies for $12. Well, I mean...
And, Matt, I have a feeling you're a Truly kind of guy.
You know, I mean, you can never go wrong with a Truly or maybe even a White Claw. I don't even know, you know?
Ain't no laws.
There ain't no law when you mess with the claw.
Once again, we are here at Visions at the Mid-America Outdoor Off-Road Park. We're just outside of Jay in northeast Oklahoma. This park spans just over 1,500 acres. It's a premier riding and racing park. It's extremely family-friendly. The amenities here are absolutely amazing. They've got cabins, bathhouses, RV sites, dry camping, laundry room, power wash station for your cars, for your race cars, anything. They got open air bars, game areas, pools, lazy river, live music, and much, much more. So again, a huge shout out to Jason Robinette and his entire crew. This place is amazing.
Yeah, and we got to also give a big shout out to Billy Champion, Jenny Champion, and that whole short course crew. They do a great job coming out here, working super hard to make sure that all this short course racing action here is top notch. And you know, and they put on one of the best race series in the country, some of the biggest payouts. We got tons of racers that are come out here from all over the world. The cool thing about Jay, too, Jay is very centrally located in the U.S., you know, so if you're coming out from pretty much any part of the country, you know, it's fairly easy to get here. We got drivers looking at these rosters and these registration sheets from all over the U.S. We had even a Youth 170 driver here from Australia, Dexter Warren.
Yeah, Dexter Warren, he threw down yesterday. He was the winner in his class.
He was the winner in his class. That car, that new car they just brought out in that 170, absolutely amazing.
And we are live racing.
Your Vet Turbo class shooting down the hill right there. You'll see him going up, hanging that left, back down the hill again, and they'll come up the other side to hit that step up.
So we have Brian Austin, Ryan Twerksbury, Perry Mahaney, Chad Molitor, Rick Sage, Anthony Sweetmon, Robbie Ellis, Stephen Hill, Chad Mayo, Matthew McReynolds, and Angel Fontanes.
Yeah, you see the 18 of Ryan Tewksbury out of Colleyville, Texas right there.
He won his heat, and he gets the whole shot in the main event. He's on a mission. I believe this is a 4-lap main event.
4-lap main. Tewksbury's a madman. He's top of the pack just about every race he's in. He's got a great machine, a great race team behind him. You see your Vet 40-plus NA drivers shooting down the hill right now. It looks like Chad Mayo pulling the whole shot right there.
Chad Mayo has been driving his tail off today. That Yamaha's looking good.
That's my man right there. He's a hometown buddy of mine, the 401, Chad Mayo. Hard worker, always at all the races, and right now he's looking pretty good up there in front in this main event.
So remember, we have 2 separate classes racing at the same time. This is our veterans over 48 years of age. We have the turbo and the naturally aspirated class.
Yeah, and I can tell you straight up, we talk about this a lot of times. When people hear that vet class, they automatically assume, man, these are the older dudes. They're taking it easy. They're just trying to keep the car upright and do all the things they need to do to get up there in the front. But I can tell you right now, when you get older, you don't get slower. You get smarter, and you get faster.
And they're out there giving it their all. And, hey, you're about to be turned into that veteran's age.
I know. I'm going to talk a little trash to Chad right now and tell him you better watch out and better hope I get a turbo car when I get that 40 mark. But I'm getting close for sure, and I'm having a good time out here right now just sitting on the sidelines and calling all the action for these guys.
Ryan Tewksbury on screen still. We got a lot of people tuning in all over the world. I have a couple of my buddies back home in Paola. Cindy and Steve are tuned in, enjoying all the action. Ultra4racing.com/live.
Yeah, pretty cool. I got some messages early, too. The stores that we work at, our boat dealerships in Texas, all the stores right now are broadcasting the race live in there.
I mean, why not? This is fun.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they're like, oh, man, he's not here. We're going to turn it on and watch it and not do much work. If they're listening to me right now, they're probably like, you don't do any work anyways. But
yeah, they probably don't even know you're not there until they heard you on the TV.
Yeah, they didn't even notice. But Tewksbury right there just absolutely flying around, leading the pack, going back up that hill on the other side. Harry Mahaney in the second spot with Brian Austin in that third spot. All Texas drivers right there at Colleyville, Arlington, and Scurry, Texas.
And Chad Molitor in that 4th position in that 4-seater.
Straight out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Chad driving a heck of a race right there. Here comes Chad Mayo, the 401.
Closely followed by Stephen Hill. So Chad Mayo 1, Stephen Hill 2 in the naturally aspirated class. What a great day of racing has been thus far, and it is not over yet. This is the main event for the 40 plus. We have 2 separate mains going at the same time, the turbo class and the naturally aspirated here at Mid-America Outdoors.
Vet 40 plus NA, you got Chad Mayo in that top spot, Stephen Hill in second, and Robbie Ellis in the 3rd spot out of Wagoner, Oklahoma. Robbie, one of the Ellis boys out there doing work on the track. Standing here right now, his brother standing next to me, cheering him on, watching him race. But Robbie out there laying it down. We got some good racing going on right now. This Vet 40 plus class is no slouch for sure. Whether you're a turbo or an NA driver, everyone is on the gas, that's for sure. Ryan Tewksbury charging up front. He's not looking at that, sending it over that big table there. He's got that FPV drone right behind him, too.
Making
That's
that
sick.
Can-Am fly good. Yeah, that FPV drone as he heads down the concrete spillway.
Yeah, I know Ryan pretty well, and Ryan likes to look good, and he's got these bright cars, so everybody knows that's one of those Crown racing machines when they're up front.
Yeah, Ryan driving one heck of a race. This is a 2-mile short course. They're running 4 laps, so he is almost halfway through his race for the main event for the Vet 40 Plus.
Chad Mayo leading that Vet 40 Plus NA too. There you see Tewksbury coming around, going through that MRT finish line right there.
Tewksbury running strong and in second position.
That's going to be the 23 of Perry Mahaney out of Arlington, Texas. Still holding on to that second spot. This Vet 40 Plus Turbo class, everybody's gapped out pretty good. Here comes the 2 of Brian Austin out of Scurry, Texas, still in that 3rd spot.
There goes Chad Molitor in the 777 Turbo 4-seat machine.
Impressive. I mean, brought the Suburban out to play.
I mean, everybody's here to have fun, and fun is what they're doing. As Ryan launches the G-Force launch as we speak. The elevation we've been talking about is absolutely amazing here. The roller coaster section here just after the start finish is a cool spot.
Yeah, the G-outs and all that is just incredible. You talk to these drivers in the pits and they talk about, just how crazy those G-out sections are at the bottom. They've set their cars up the best they could to work with this stuff, and right now not too bad, but still right there in your Vet 40 Plus NA, you see Chad Mayo coming down the hill right there, sending it over that Gates G-Force tabletop right in front of the viewing area.
Chad Mayo just threw down a lap time of 2:40, which is just 1 second off of Tewksbury's time.
Which is super impressive because Tewksbury's running a Vet 40 Plus turbo car, while Chad Mayo's running a naturally aspirated car. So this is two different calibers of cars for sure.
And less than 1 second splits them up. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you have to believe Ryan Tewksbury's out in front right now. He's got a nice commanding lead. He's probably going to lay off that car a little bit to save it. He's got another race coming up.
There's
so
Ryan on screen as we speak. We just saw Molitor in that four-seater.
There's my man Ellis right there. You can see him on screen going over that Gates G-Force tabletop.
Back to Ryan on screen. This is a great race that's starting to shake up. Ryan Tewksbury, Perry Mahaney, Brian Austin, and Chad Molitor in the turbo class. Then in the NA class, we have Chad Mayo, Stephen Hill, Robbie Ellis, Anthony Sweetmon, and Matthew McReynolds.
What a day, man. It has been absolutely beautiful out here. We're starting to get the clouds to break up a little bit. The sun's going to start shining on us. It's going to make that pull time even more critical this afternoon. But we still got the freestyle show. We still got concerts.
Ultra 4 will be doing practice tonight.
Man, there's so much going on right now.
You cannot keep up with everything.
My man Tewksbury right there coming in front of the grandstands. You see him on camera with that highlighter yellow car in blue. Looks like he's going to have, I think, one more lap.
The white flag is out.
White flag is out. Ryan Tewksbury up in front in your Vet Turbo class, Vet 40 Plus Turbo class, out of Colleyville, Texas, driving for 3P Tuning, Crown Off-Road Racing, Boustain, Driven Racing Oil, RaceQuip, Maxxis, and Rugged Radios.
Ryan Tewksbury as he launches the G-Force launch as we speak on screen. Heading out for his fourth and final lap for this main event.
And there in front in that Vet 40 Plus NA class, you see Chad Mayo, 49 years old, out of Hickory Creek, Texas, driving for Maxxis Tires, Raceline Wheels, All Balls Racing, DP Brakes, LDR Suspension, Graphics Guys, HMF, Rugged Radios, Fast House Roofing and Construction, Evans Coolant, and Lap King. Woo, let me catch a breath on that one.
That's a lot of great sponsors. And speaking of sponsors, we need to give a huge shout out to Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 RAS, Moto Race Tire, the Offroad Syndicate, Rigid, Ultimax Belts. Also, we need to thank Dennis Anderson Extreme Monster Truck, Ultra 4 Racing, Hammer King Productions, National Rock Racing Association, Pro Rock, and MAO Racing. So please support who supports the sport. Without these wonderful partners, we would not be here racing during Visions at Mid-America Outdoors.
Nothing much changing out on the track. We got to say a big thank you to those sponsors, but the action out on the track staying the same. Tewksbury, Perry Mahaney, and Brian Austin, your 1, 2, and 3 in Vet 40 Plus Turbo. Vet 40 Plus NA, nothing changing there. You've got Chad Mayo in the lead. Robbie Ellis in that second spot out of Wagoner, Oklahoma. And then you've got Anthony Sweetmon in the third position. It's what we're seeing on the E-score right now. Man, it's impressive to see these four-seaters swinging. I mean, imagine if you took a Suburban out to the trails and started racing that thing. That's what's going on right there. Maybe I can do that and put my car seat in the back and take my 2-year-old with me.
There you go, get everybody involved. Yeah, I love seeing everybody out here with all their family and kids and everything.
Big round of applause. Ryan Tewksbury taking the win in that Vet 40 Plus Turbo main event.
Checkered flag is flying for Ryan Tewksbury.
Perry Mahaney getting that second spot on the track. We're still waiting. We'll see probably Brian Austin coming around as long as there's been no change. We got a little break right here. Uh-oh, we got the 777 diving in that four-seater.
So it's going to be a race to the finish for Brian Austin and Chad Malter, and Brian Austin just sneaks it out there. Brad Malter was giving it his all the way to the finish
Look at this
line.
as you see these cars come out on camera. I mean, that is a 4-seater, 2 rows. There was Dyson it in there right
and
there.
Here comes the NA. Chad Mayo coming around. One more turn to go, and Chad Mayo will get the checkered flag for the naturally aspirated main event.
Chad Mayo got about 1 minute on Robbie Ellis, so going to have a big gap before we see that next driver come around. But Chad Mayo absolutely crushing it. He's going to come back again. Chad's still got, this is just vet class. Chad's got expert too, so.
Yeah, up next will be the Expert Turbo and the Expert Naturally Aspirated race.
Yep, so Chad's going to go
back to back. That's busy.
He's got to go right back to the top, get a drink of water, and load it back in those staging gates and head back down because he's back up again. But right now on the track, we're watching Ellis. That's going to be Robbie Ellis.
Anthony Sweetmon.
Robbie Ellis, local boy out of Wagner, Oklahoma. He is trying to hold on right now. He's coming over that big tabletop here. One last corner. I know he's trying to keep it pinned in that Max Performance car. There he goes right there.
So
Robbie
Chad
Ellis.
Mayo, Robbie Ellis, and Anthony Sweetmon.
Heck of a job to those drivers. Give it up. I know they made those sponsors proud. Robbie Ellis putting in a fight all the way to the end. Anthony Sweetman trying to find anything he could in that last lap to get around and make a pass, but Robbie Ellis protecting those lines and holding on to it. That's going to be sweet, going to be up on the podium there. Don't forget we got podiums coming up for all this. The podiums will be later on today. We did our pro short course interviews and stuff down here in front of the screen, but all your podiums are going to happen in Vendor Village. There is a winner's circle up there, so that's where that'll go on. From what I heard, roughly about 4 o'clock or so, we'll be doing awards. So make sure you head up there. And if you're one of these guys in 1, 2, and 3, there's some dough on the line. If you're not up there, I will happily stick it in my pocket and take it home for you, but I'm not sure you'll ever get it back.
I wouldn't try to cash one of those big checks.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty funny. I might, just see if I can get a big check, walk into the bank on Monday. I'll make up a number. Put a really big number on there and freak them out. And be like, I'm just kidding. It's just for the wall. All right, I see Ryan Tewksbury coming down the hill. It looks like I'm going to make the track down there, get me a little interview with the man, Ryan Tewksbury. And then I think we'll have Perry Mahaney also. We'll find out. We'll see here in a second. I'm going to head down that way really fast.
So Matt Edmondson will head on down and have a quick chat with Ryan Tewksbury. Again, thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in all over the world. Ultra4Racing.com/live. It's been a wonderful day of racing. It's been a wonderful week here at Visions at the Mid-America Outdoor Park. All right, we have Matt down there. Take it away, buddy.
All right, I'm here with my man, Ryan Tewksbury. Congratulations. That was a heck of a performance. Dude, you got these blue and these highlighter yellow cars everywhere, and they always seem to be at the front of the pack. Tell us a little bit how it was out there.
Well, it was a lot of fun. We love this track. I mean, we'll never stop coming here. The hard part was we raced this past weekend, so it was hard for Manny and the guys to get the cars ready in just a couple days and then make the trip. But we love this place. This is an amazing facility and a great track.
It's an off-road paradise here. We're always stoked to have you. You got drivers coming up in a minute, so you got to get back and help everybody get ready too, right?
Yeah, Ian's actually going to be running this car in the amateur class again. Hopefully he'll take another podium.
Yeah, this Crown Racing team, not one to be messed with. Congratulations. Big win for my man Ryan Tewksbury. Always fun to have you guys out here, and go get them in the next rounds.
Up next, we'll have Expert Turbo and Expert NA. This will be our second main event. Giving away some cash today. There's over $25,000 on the line today. Up next will be Expert Turbo and Expert Naturally Aspirated. So we started the week out on Saturday with a barbecue competition and car show in downtown Jay, Oklahoma. Then on the town stage, we had Aces Wild, Swan Brothers, and Diamond Rio. Then on Sunday, we kicked off at 10 a.m. with the pit bike races. Then we had a mega truck show that night and Western Justice at the concession stand on Sunday. Monday, we did the 170 youth races. Then we had the rodeo Monday night, and then Trace Atkins took the stage. Tuesday and Wednesday, we had the Bouncer UTV hill climbs. We had Mini Kiss and Saving Abel, Puddle of Mud, and Everclear. And then today, we still have the main events for the experts, women's, and amateur heats. We still have a motocross stunt show later on this evening. We'll have Ultra 4 4400 and UTV pre-running from 3 to 5. Live music at the concession stage will be Fanatics this evening. Tomorrow, it's all about Ultra 4 racing. We have the 4400 Unlimited and the UTV Endurance race. Then tomorrow night at 8:30, we have a glow stick run through the woods. And then at 9 p.m., we have live music with Dead Metal Society and Back in Black AC/DC Tribute Band. And then our last day of Visions will start off at 10 a.m. Central Time with the Bouncer and UTV knockout races. 2 p.m. is the Barbie Downhill Jeep race. Afternoon and evening show will be the Mega and Monster Truck show with a world record jump on the line. And then we'll have Aces Wild at the concession stage to finish out the week of Visions. Matt, we've had so much fun, so much stuff going on. I'm blurring it all together.
Well, I got to ask you right now, out of all that you just talked about so far, what has been your favorite part of being here? That's a hard question. I want to know what you got to say.
That's an impossible question because I just told you everything we've done. I've done it all.
Yeah.
That was my first time coming to a rodeo. That was awesome. That was my first time seeing a mega truck. That was cool. But I think the most, and then Ultra 4 Racing, that's my bread and butter there. I love it. I can't wait to get that tomorrow. But then a world record mega truck jump, that's going to be pretty wild.
I'm standing here looking at Kanan Baker. My man's on crutches right now. He's out there driving that car with a handbrake. He was showing it to me the other night when he got here. Dude, how was it out there? You made it. You're here. You're walking around. I know it was tough, but, with the leg and everything, did you have fun?
Oh, yeah, it was tough. The track was really tacky, and I was gripping really good, but about the 5th lap, I broke a belt.
Well, you did good. We're stoked to see you out there fighting, and you know what? I know you're going to be here for a whole bunch, all the rounds, and I love announcing you, man. You're the youngest dude in the field, and you whip up on all the big dogs, so you keep up the good work, dude. Mom over here, she got on to me earlier. Apparently I got some names wrong, so you got to protect me, okay? All right.
Thank you.
There you go, my man, Kanan Baker, the Baker family, Team Backhoe Racing. They are awesome. We have such a good time visiting with them in the pits. Baco. Oh, gosh, I got it wrong again.
You're good at that.
I can't get anything right today. We're like 7 days in. I can't even tell you how to say my name. Oh, well, that's easy if you just say Matt. How do you say my last name? Exactly. Nobody knows me. I'm nobody. Everybody knows Kanan. Nobody knows me. Yeah, I was about to ask you, man. I've never had a young man come over to do an interview with lipstick on.
Looks like he saw the ice cream man just a little bit ago, I bet.
He ran him down. He ran him down after that race. Hey, man, what you got in there? I need some of that.
Looks like the Expert Turbos lined up, so we'll have another two races for the main event going on at one time. We have the Expert Turbo and the Expert Naturally Aspirated, and it looks like, are they all taking off at the same time?
That's sure what it looks like. It looked like in that Expert Turbo we only had a couple of cars, so it looks like they're going to stack them all in there together and send them. You're going to get to see, Ben Fournier won his heat race. He absolutely checked out, that Dallas, Texas driver. He's going to probably be right up front again. We look forward to seeing that. Also probably going to see Chad Mayo in this Expert NA Chad already out there doing some racing, has just finished winning that Vet 40 Plus in A class. Now he's about to do it in Expert NA. We'll see if we can get up to the front and what he can do this round. This is the main event. This is where it all matters.
This is where the money gets handed out. We'll have some trophies later on today up at Vendor Village.
Yeah, speaking of Vendor Village, if you guys have not been to Vendor Village, they got literally every brand you can think of, the best sponsors, all sponsors of the park. Miles is going to give you the full list right now. Go check them out.
Roxy with Big Merch has all the Ultra 4 swag up there. So go check her out. Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wraps, Moto Race Tire, the Offroad Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax Belts. So please support who supports the sport. It would not be possible to put on Visions without all these amazing partners. We also need to give a huge shout out to Dennis Anderson Extreme Monster Truck, Hammer King Productions, Ultra 4 Racing, National Rock Racing Association, Pro Rock, and Mid-America Outdoors Racing.
Getting them locked and loaded up there, and we're going to fire off this Expert Turbo Expert. And it does look like, I can't tell for certain, but it does look like they're going to run them both on one gate.
That'll be interesting. Remember, it is two separate races going on at the same time, so we'll keep those scored as best as we can. Again, everything we do say is unofficial.
Yeah, the nice thing for us is we got that scoring booth right there at the top of the hill. These cars are equipped with transponders, so we don't have to score anything. Those computers are doing it for us, and that makes it easy. So
this is a 2-mile short course. They'll be doing 4 laps in this main event. 2 separate races going on at the same time. The Expert Turbo and the Expert Naturally Aspirated. 4-lap main event.
there they go, shooting down the hill right there. Look at that turbo car. That's Ben Fournier just pinning it right there. He's absolutely flying. I know he's been working on that car, doing tons of changes, and it looks like it is so fast right now out there on the track. Ben won his heat race, jumping back out in front right now, wanting to do it again in the main.
Ben getting the whole shot once again. Christopher Welch right behind him in second place. And then Perry Mahaney out of Arlington, Texas.
Well, actually, it looks like they didn't run them together. They did double gate them because there's your Expert NA coming down the hill right there.
So that's Gavin Beers, Cole Goff, Chad Mayo, Logan Neal, and Chase Carr.
Chad Mayo got the inside line in that third spot right now on the track. I know he's going to try to make a move. There he goes right there coming down the hill. He moves into that second position, and he's diving hard. On the inside line, he got taken right back over by the 88 machine of Cole Goff right there.
Gavin Beers riding on with him.
Chad Mayo trying to get as much drive as he can as you see him coming down that hill. He is chasing right now. Not a spot he wants to be in. He wants to get out in the front, get some clean air. Chad goes super wide through that corner as you see right there. He's going to tuck it in nice and tight, carry a lot of speed into that back section of the track. Try to make up some ground with that 1 and 2. Nice in-car view right there.
I believe that's Gavin Beers. Can you quite tell?
There we go with that sweet drone FPV view. Looks like Ben Fournier just out in front of the drone doing everything he can to keep up with him. He's on the gas.
The whole Hammer King production team has been doing an amazing job here at Mid-America Outdoors for Visions Week.
Check out the in-car view. That is so cool. Look at how much they're working in that car. Look at the steering wheel right there. These cars all have steering quickeners too. It makes it really, really easy to turn these cars. You're not having to do full turns or short turns. But it
and you
really
can see
makes
the chicken wire on there to keep the rocks from the other guys from all their roofs
Big
for
time.
safety reasons.
Yeah, if you're in a second spot or a third spot or you're following close, you're battling. The rocks are flying, that's for sure.
They definitely got some water on the track. It's getting a little slick, but out front is still Ben Fournier.
Yeah, Ben absolutely flying as you see him going up the hill right there. We take it back to the NA drivers as you see him.
Perry Mahaney right behind him. And Chase Carr leading in the NA. And that 913 out of Canyon Lake, California.
Chad Mayo looks like he's limping by right here, maybe having some car issues.
He
Definitely
just got done running.
back.
Chad Mayo just got done running that car, so something's going on. Tough break for him. There is action all over this car as we're hop back on with Gavin Beers with that amazing onboard camera. And you can just see how hard that these cars land. They are getting some hang time there at the G-Force launch.
Yeah, they're absolutely sending it. I mean, these guys aren't letting off one bit when they go up the face of these jumps. They're flying these cars. They work super hard on dialing in these suspensions so those cars will fly as flat as they possibly can in the air. You see Chad, I think the problem he's having right there is he's got a rear left flat. That's going to suck for Chad. He definitely did not want to see that tire and that issue on the track. He was in a good spot. He was running for a great overall finish right there, but Chad done great in a few other classes. Can't be too upset about that. Ben Fournier just on the gas right now and checking out in this expert turbo division up front.
Ben launches down the concrete spillway.
Ben's got about a 7-second lead, I'm going to guess, as he comes around. I know he keeps building the gap right now. It's showing about 5.7, but I'm sure it's a little bit bigger than that.
I think he's going to extend it just a little bit, Matt. Yeah, Ben Fournier out front, Christopher Welch, and then Perry Mahaney. In the expert turbo. In the expert NA, we still have Chase Carr, Cole Goff, Logan Neal, Gavin Beard, and Chad Mayo. But we saw Chad with that flat tire.
There you see Ben Fournier coming up the top of the hill. Look at that FPV drone cutting through the trees right there, bringing the angles for you people at home tuned in right now watching us on Ultra4Racing.com/live. We're stoked to have all of you on here.
Ben Fournier just extended his lead to 15 seconds. So he tripled the lead on that lap. That guy is flying.
Impressive. We talked about this earlier. You know, Ben's right there on the verge. I think it won't be too long before we'll see Ben jump into that pro rankings and start trying to do battle with some of those other guys. Ben a heck of a driver, that's for sure.
That live onboard camera with Gavin Beers is awesome to watch, Matt.
That onboard cam is the coolest thing out there right now besides those drones. They're bringing the best angles. But that onboard cam showing some things that you just can't see without being inside that car. How hard these drivers are working to maintain where they are on the track. They are working that steering wheel like crazy.
It's 86 degrees, partly cloudy, but it's a beautiful day here in Jay, Oklahoma at the Mid-America Outdoors Park. 4 Visions. This is a 2-mile short course.
Ben Fournier turning in a 2:38 lap time. Chase Carr, your leader in expert NA, turning in a 2:43 lap time. So you can definitely see the difference, Miles, between your turbo car and your NA car on the track right now.
Absolutely amazing. We just had a great shot of that Believe Cam FPV drone, but now it's Dan the Man up high flying the Hammer King drone. There's Ben Fournier hitting the G-Force launch. I believe he'll be getting the white flag next time around.
Yeah, Ben way out in front right now. Ben probably going to dial it back a little bit, try to save the car. but he is definitely on the gas. Ben coming out and being a part of this Visions race. I've got to call a few other rounds Ben's been out here at. He is one heck of a driver, always up front in whatever race he's in too. So nice to see Ben here. Glad to see him out front, absolutely ripping right now. Christopher Welch has moved up into that second position behind him, and Perry Mahaney is in that third spot. There you see Ben right now blasting all the way through that MRT finish line. He's going to take the white flag right now.
Fourth and final lap for Ben Fournier. The 479 of Christopher Welch out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, still running strong as we get back on with Gavin Beers. There's the MRT finish line as the white flag is flying here during Vision Weeks at Mid-America Outdoor. This is the main event for Expert Turbo and Expert NA.
Logan Neal trying to do everything he can to hold off Gavin Beers right now. Logan out of Texas, Gavin out of Kansas. They are duking it out back there for third and fourth in your Expert NA. Chase Carr out of Canyon Lake, California, still leading the charge. Cole Goff in second, and Logan Neal rounding out your top three in Expert NA.
Back on board with Gavin Beers as we check out the backside of this 2-mile amazing short course. There is action everywhere you look, and we've got a battle on our hands.
Miles, I'm just trying to say, it's a little loud over here with these NA cars, huh?
Yeah, it's tough to hear. Sometimes I have to watch your mouth to see if you're even talking, trying not to step on your words, so I do apologize when I do. And it looks like we got a pass.
Yeah, these guys are battling it out. That looks like that's going to be third and fourth in that Expert NA. That's going to be Logan Neal and Gavin Beers. I mean, there's a lot of action right there in that race. Those two guys are all over each other on the track. We got some other big racing going on up here. Looks like the 23 of Perry Mahaney has got another driver right behind him. That car behind him looking like a stock car, running a full flag off the back of it. Everybody knows where that thing is.
But he put a window net in here, and he is racing. So there you
see Ben Fournier. Back to the action, side by side right there. They are battling. We're going to see these two drivers. There's that stock car with that orange flag. This will be the checkers for Ben Fournier.
Checkered flag flying for Ben Fournier as he finishes his fourth and final lap. What a great, great run for Ben Fournier.
479 of Christopher Welch taking that second spot.
And it's going to be a battle to the end between Perry Mahaney and Christopher Welch, and it goes to Perry Mahaney.
Perry Mahaney in that third spot. Chase Carr taking the win in your Expert NA, followed by Cole Goff. And the 690 of Logan Neal out of Keller, Texas, rounding out your top three. So just a quick recap, Ben Fournier winning the Expert Turbo, Chase Carr winning that Expert NA.
What a great race we have. There's a great shot of the MRT finish line. So first place goes to Ben Fournier, Christopher Welch, then Perry Mahaney for the Turbo class. Then the NA class is Chase Carr, Cole Goff, and Logan Neal rounding out the podium. Taking home some cash.
All right, next up we got that women's turbo. They look like they're up there in the gate and ready, and women's NA. And I'm going to try and do this right today. Aliana Baker. Did I get it?
Aliana Baker.
I'm hearing some cheers.
I think I got it. Running hard.
I think I got it, but we're about to see Aliana Baker. Great race from her in the first race. And you know what? I'm going to even get this one right. She's driving for Team Baco, right? Did I say that right? Oh, Claps from Mom. Winning.
Finally got something right there, Matt.
That's right.
We definitely miss up a few things here and there, but we do our best to bring you the best action we can. So, Matt, I think you're going to run down once again.
All right, we're going to go down real quick, and we're going to get an interview with these winners.
Looks like Cole Goff's car is pulled down. Thank you to each and every single person that has tuned in. Ultra4Racing.com/live. Go to the King of the Hammers Facebook page. Hit that share button. Start a watch party. Go to Mid-America Outdoors. They've got it on their page as well. We are at Mid-America Outdoors, 1,500 acre park. Absolutely beautiful here.
My man, Cole, no needs to get out of the car, man. You can stay in there. You just absolutely crushed it out there. Tell us how you're feeling to take that win right now at Visions.
It feels amazing. I can't believe I did it. It feels amazing. I can't believe I could do it.
Well, we believed in you, and you did it. You have any sponsors, anybody you want to thank for that excellent performance you just threw out there?
Kenton Golf Homes, All Trailer Service, JCJ Grading.
That's it. You guys put your hands together for the 88 of Cole Goff. Congrats, man. Big win. Are we going to get Ben Fournier down here or what? Here he comes. When he gets down here, I can't wait to talk to Ben. Ben's from hometown area where I'm from, and he just got out there and turned some heck of a lap time, so. Oh, there he is. Coming in the back door. Come on up here. Pull on up here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Good spot. We got to get you in front of this camera. I'm going to walk around here. This is my man, Ben Fournier, with the win right there. Dallas, Texas boy. You know, I've been following you on social media. You've been putting in a lot of work lately to get this car dialed. And what I saw out there, you were absolutely flying. Tell us how it was.
Oh, man, it was awesome. The compound's lit up. Lost my brakes with like 2 laps to go. So I just played a real safe game. The track was pretty wet, so it was technical, and just tried to keep calm and take it home.
Well, you did that, and I mean, we don't need any brakes around here, man. Just hold that thing pinned and go. But congratulations, big win. We're stoked to have you here at Visions. Any sponsors, anybody you want to thank?
Oh, for sure. Ibex coming through. This car is so fast. It's a rocket ship. S3, Raceline, Maxxis, we're hooking up, and the car was on rails.
So I'm assuming that me and you are probably going to hang out later and have some fun since you took the win today and you're in a good mood, right? All right, man. Well, congratulations. Everybody put your hands together for Ben Fournier.
Thank you, Matt. Up next, we have the women's class. We'll have the Turbo and the NA. We'll have Morgan Vanoffer, Aliana Baker, Katie Thomas, Alex Kellenbeck, Bree Molitor, Kendra Hoop, Kayla Doherty, and Shiley Boker. It'll be a great race. We do have our onboard camera with Alex Kellenbeck. Should be another great race. Well, Matt, you out of breath, buddy?
Whew. You know, running up and down that hill to interview all these winners sure is fun, but it's pretty taxing. I keep waiting to give you guys such a great show and just let you all watch me roll to the bottom. Heck of a race, though. That was awesome. Congrats to Ben Fournier and congrats to Cole Goff. Both those guys went out there, laid down some hammers, and took the top spot in that race. Now we got women's turbo and women NA coming up. They look like they're up there on the hill, locked and loaded, ready to go.
On screen right there is Aliana Baker. We will be doing Victory Lane in Vendor Village here in just a little bit. So while you're up there, go check out FuelWorks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wraps, Moto Race Tire, Off-Road Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax Belts. So please support who supports the sport. Without those wonderful partners, we would not be racing here during Visions. And we are live racing. Who's going to get the whole shot? Looks like Aliana Baker's doing good. She may have got...
On
it's
the
a
gas
drag race.
right there. They are racing right now to get up there to the top of the hill. Who's it going to be? There you go. Look at that. Aliana Baker making the move, getting out in front.
Katie Thomas is right behind Aliana Baker. It's a close race. Aliana Baker's only 14 years old, Matt.
14 years old, youngest driver in the field, and way talented. Out in front right now, absolutely on the gas.
But Katie Thomas not cutting her any slack. She's hot on her heels.
And Kendra Hoop, 917, right there in that third spot. Kendra always up close to the front, dicing it out. Got second in the heat race.
Now we were jumped on board with Alex Kellenbeck.
Look at how big that track is. Look at that beautiful lake there at the end of the track. This whole thing used to be a ski lake. They knocked out that spillway, and we turned it into a short course track.
A 42-acre ski lake, and they blew it out and built this amazing short course here. So a huge shout-out again to Jason Robinette and his entire Mid-America Outdoor crew.
Yeah, they're absolutely on it out here. There's, in my experiences of coming here and being a part of all these short course races, I don't think there's anything they haven't thought of to make your stay or your visit out here to Mid-America not, anything short of being the absolute best.
So we'll give you a rundown once we get it tuned in.
On board right now, though, with Aliana Baker. As you can see, that FPV drone
chasing her down. That FPV drone with the leaf cams doing an amazing job. And now there's a great overview of everything. All these drone pilots are absolutely amazing. There's Aliana Baker as we speak, with Katie Thomas right behind her as they hit the G-Force launch. Finishing their first lap out of 4. This is a 4-lap main event. On this 2-mile short course. So it is Aliana Baker, Kendra Hoop, and Katie Thomas. So Kendra Hoop got around Katie Thomas.
Yeah, Aliana Baker doing it in an NA car, too, in the women's turbo division. So impressive right there.
And then we have the long bed driven by Bree Molitor.
I like that, the long bed. Your women's NA leader, Shaylee Broker out of Berryville, Arkansas. Right now you see that 1 and 2 going up and down that hill, back into that long section of the track, leading to the back there. Number 2, Kendra Hoop in that 917 car is doing everything possible to try to make up some ground. Aliana Baker just absolutely laying down some lines right now. She's got this track dialed. She looks very smooth, and she wants to take this win.
So Aliana Baker, Kendra Hoop, Katie Thomas, Alex Kellenbeck, and we also have Shiley Broker in the NA class. All out on their second lap out of 4, so we are just shy of halfway through this
Great
race.
shot right there from the drone of that battle. You can see overhead, and watch some of the line choices. Right now you're going to see Kendra just following Aliana Baker's line choices, trying to figure out where there might be a hole to make a move, but I'm not really seeing anything. Baker's putting in one heck of a drive right now. You see him taking the
And
split
look at that
line,
side by side.
trying to power pass in that turbo car. We're going to see what can
Kendra
happen.
Hoop get it? No,
Not
Aliana
gonna
holds her
happen.
off as they head into the spillway.
I like it. That right there is how you do it when you're trying to get that money. You got to block that line.
Man, these ladies are laying it all out there. This is absolutely awesome seeing these young gals out there playing.
You know, I can guarantee you that if I was out there right now, I'd be in dead last against every one of these ladies. These are some fast ladies in cars right here.
So Aliana Baker and Kendra Hoop battling out there.
Kendra trying to go to that inside, but then that sets it up for her to be on the outside. We'll see her come around right now over the tabletop.
So it'll be a drag race to the MRT finish line to finish their second lap. So we are right at halfway through this race
Miles,
for the women's turbo.
I want you to watch right here. Watch exactly how fast that car that Aliana Baker's driving goes through this section of the track. Every section I've been noticing that she puts a little bit of gap on Kendra Hoop, but Kendra Hoop able to make it up in other parts of the track.
So they're running right around that 2:32, 2:33 mark for lap times. And Aliana still holding off Kendra Hoop.
Kendra Hoop actually turning the faster lap time that time around with a 2:32. But it's super hard when, when the person in front of you is driving a very defensive race and doing good. It's hard to get around those people.
We have Katie Thomas and Alex Kalenbeck still running strong.
Shaylee Broker in that NA class still charging. But right now, all the action is right up front between Aliana Baker and Kendra Hoop. Both
Those
out of
two are
Oklahoma.
battling. It is absolutely awesome to see.
Yeah, you can see it right there from that drone view. They are charging. They're going to that back section of the track. They're going to hit that sweeper section.
And there's a lot of rollers right there, so it's really the angle doesn't really give it true justice. There's a lot of big hoops, and a lot of turns, a lot of tabletops. This track has it all and throwing it all at them. This is a 2-mile short course here at Mid-America Outdoors.
Yeah, we got to keep our eyes peeled on this one. This one's going to be a good race. They're going to come around here on this next lap and I believe get the white flag. So time's running out for Kendra Hoop. Kendra Hoop has got to figure out how to make a move right now.
Here comes the split line. Are they going to both take different
Yeah,
ways? Yes, they do. It's
Kendra's
a drag
going
race.
into the inside right there, and she's going to be on the gas, makes the move. Oh!
Aliana spins out, but
Not
hits her.
running back out there. She got it turned around, saved it on the gas. That's what I like to call a mid-lap spinneroonie right there.
That was an amazing save. I'm glad she didn't flip her upside down. So Aliana Baker is going to have some time to make up, trying to get back caught up to Kendra Hoop.
Yeah, Aliana does not want to be in this second spot, so she's going to give it all she can to get back up there. There may not be enough time left with how much time she lost right there in that full spin.
So Kendra Hoop heading around. She'll be getting the white flag going out on her fourth and final lap. So Kendra Hoop still running strong out front. Aliana Baker looks like she's only 10 seconds back. Can she make 10 seconds up on this last lap? It's going to be close.
It's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. Both these drivers are driving, very similar lap times earlier. Two different cars for sure, one a turbo, one an NA. The skills between the two, man, they are both very, very skilled drivers, so I just don't know, Miles. I don't know if there's enough time left for her to get back up there and catch Kendra. But that was impressive. Nonetheless,
she's 14 years old.
14.
Spins out, keeps it the mindset, and keeps on racing strong.
The next closest person in age to Aliana is Shaylee Broker. She's 17 years old, but youngest driver in the field at 14. That's impressive. Kanan, brother, 13 years old. I mean, I guess there's just, something about these Oklahoma drivers. They bring them out here super young and they win everything.
They're putting on one heck of a show here at Visions at the Mid-America Outdoor Off-Road Park. What a wonderful week it's having. I hope you guys are having, and gals are having just as much fun as we are. So again, thank you to each and every single one of you for tuning in, ultra4racing.com/live. Go to the King of the Hammers Facebook page, hit a share button, start a watch party, go to Mid-America Outdoors, check out all their channels, get on Instagram, hashtag it up.
Yeah, tag it up. We want to see it. If you're down here in the spectator area, it's packed down here. There's a lot of people coming down here to watch this racing, and we're stoked to have everybody here. We got the bar right behind us. They got it all loaded up with beverages back here for you if you need anything.
Here, we're watching Kendra Hoop once again as she's just a few turns away from getting the checkered flag in the women's turbo class for the main event. She'll hit the G-Force launch here in just a second.
All right, here we go. You see that 917 Kendra Hoop out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, taking the win in women's turbo.
There's a great shot of the checkered flag, and that goes to Mrs. Kendra Hoop.
And there comes that 12. Aliana Baker out of Owasso, Oklahoma, driving for Team Baco. That was impressive. Great drive. Heck, congrats, Mom. Heck of a job to all your drivers right there in your women's turbo. Shaylee Broker gonna take the win in that women's NA. Oh, there's my man, Chad Mayo. Chad, come around here. We gotta have a talk real fast, man. Have a seat,
Chad
buddy.
pulled double duty and had one heck of a run.
Have a seat. Chad, you come out here all the time. I see you at all the rounds. You race multiple classes. You work your butt off to be here and make sure that car is always going. Tell us what happened out there.
Unfortunately, we went into the expert NA with a flat. We asked if we could go change it. I knew I had a flat. I was going to try to run it like I could. Half a lap in, I knew there was no chance to reasonably drive it without tearing up anything else. So I obviously had to make a choice.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You raced another class. You won your other class, correct?
I did.
Well, congratulations on that one. Chad, it's always fun to come out here and hang out with you, to call the races that you're doing, but I also have a blast just hanging out with you out in the pits and having fun. You're a moto dude. You're a four-wheel side-by-side dude. You're just about everything there is to do in motorsports, right?
Man, I enjoy racing all aspects of it. Anything with a motor and wheels, I'm all about it. I just want to say that this event is incredible, and you two have done a great job announcing. I've been over there listening and watching on the live feed, and just hearing you two is awesome. Talking about the backstories of the drivers and everything, hats off.
Well, man, I appreciate it all. Chad, I hate to run. I thank you for coming up here and interviewing with me really fast. But right now, that 917 of Kendra Hoop sitting down there, and she wants to talk about that win. So let me make my way down this hill. If I fall down, you guys don't laugh
Thanks
at me,
for the
all right?
chat, Chad Mayo. So we just wrapped up the women's turbo and the women's NA. We have Kendra Hoop, Elena Baker, and Katie Thomas wrapping out the top three. In fourth place goes to Alex Kellenbeck, then Bree Molitor. And winning the NA class is Shaylee Brooker. So Matt's down there with Kendra. What's going on, buddy?
All right, so I'm standing down here with the 917, Miss Kendra Hoop. That was an amazing performance out there. Did you have fun? Tell us about the track.
Oh, I had fun. Got a little bit. Aliana was doing a great job, and I tried to get underneath her a couple times. We had a few little bumping going on there, so I realized I just had to take the outside lane and take her line away if I was going to pass her.
Check. All right, you may just have to talk a little bit louder. Yeah, everybody cares. They want to know. You are, every time I get to come here and watch these races, call these races, you're no stranger to the front of the pack. You do it for the sponsors. You want to thank any of your sponsors for this win?
Yeah, I definitely want to thank Raceline, MRT, Aspen Car Wash, Mid-America as well, and my husband for putting up with me.
Yes, and I got to talk with him some, and I know he puts in a lot of work for you out here, but congratulations on the big win. We're always stoked to have you out here at Visions. I know you're local and you're at Mid-America, but you're local. You come to all these races, and it's always a good time to call your racing. So congratulations, great job, and we'll talk again soon. Put your hands together, 917, Kendra Hoop.
So we do have one more race yet to come, and that is going to be the Amateur Turbo and the Amateur NA class. So we just wrapped up our third main event with the women. They did one heck of a job. Aliana was super close, but spun out on the third lap out of 4, and Kendra Hoop took the lead and brought her on home.
Hey, Miles, I'm almost back up here to the top with you right now. Got to get my man Billy C. some water right here. While I'm sitting down here carrying this water, I want everybody up here to give a quick round of applause to the man himself, Billy Champion, our race director.
Billy's
he makes it happen. Look at this guy covered in dirt. He's down here going, bring me some waters. I'm dying. Doing it for you guys. Thanks, Billy.
Yeah, Billy Champion's been doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff, keeping everything running smooth. Him and his whole team have done one amazing job. So we have one last main event to come, and that is the Amateur Turbo and the Amateur NA class.
Hey, Miles, I got to throw one other thing out there. I'm standing here with my man Chad Mayo. I was supposed to deliver a message to him just a minute ago. His wife texted me, you better make sure you get your podium stuff right and say thank you to her. Oh, yep, see, there you go. He should have done it then, Chad, but you got one more chance. Here, Chad's going to thank his wife real fast.
Hey, just want to say thank you to Jennifer Mayo out there. She's got my back through thick and thin, out there prepping the race car, making my tear-offs right on my helmet, just, taking care of us out here at the track, being a mother hen.
Yeah, high five to all the ladies out there putting up with all this racing, helping out their better halves get out there and absolutely kill it on the track. But, Miles, we got one more, right?
One more main event to come, and that is Amateur Turbo and Amateur NA. And look at this, who's on the list, but Mrs. Kendra Hoop's going to be racing once again.
She got to go right back to the top, and there they go, coming down the hill right there.
We got Tim Durkin, Austin Vanover, Ian Lynn, Zach Smith, Mike Park, Chad Tyson, Maxwell Fullman, Ryan Vaughn, and Kendra Hoop. And right behind them will be Cruz Richard.
There you see him coming down the hill. It looks like that's going to be, what do we got right there? What do we got? That's going to be Ian Lynn. Ian got that win earlier in the heat race, but look right there. I just literally, bumping. Little bit of bumping there, knocked Kendra Hoop out. I literally just got done talking to Kendra, and there she is back on the starting line. What an athlete.
She is a trooper. I love the fight that she has in her heart.
Here they come down the hill. That's going to be your Amateur NA class right there.
We have Cruz Bichard, Grant Honeycutt, Brecken Sage, Caden Ellis, Logan Ellis, Paxton Schindel, Caden Isabel, Tyler Hill, Matthew McReynolds, Landon Hubbard, Ryder Hall, and Carson Vale. And the number 615 of Ryder Hall gets the whole shot. We do have a...
Oh, we got bumped and spin. That's going to be one of the Ellis boys right there. Unfortunately, I think he's going to be fine. He'll get that car start. Yeah, there he goes. Going to have to battle it from the back of the pack this time.
Gets it spun back around and back out on course. So we are on our on-car cameras with Tim Durkin out of Eudora, Kansas.
Check out that car right there. I believe that's Ryan Tewksbury's car. He told me earlier in the interview he's letting his buddy Ian drive that car. Ian not letting him down, putting it up there in the front every race.
Lynn out front as he heads down the concrete spillway. It's a super steep off-camber section. Wow, this is the main event for the Amateur Turbo and the Amateur NA, our last main of the day. Then tonight we have MX, and later on this afternoon we have Ultra 4 practice. There's Tim Durkin with a little on-car. So the 18 of Ian Lynn out front, followed closely by number 6.
Austin Vanover.
Austin Vanover, number 6.
Look at that shot right there. I love these drone shots, just showing that whole track. Look at the spillway. What an incredible shot. Handing back over. That's going to be Ian Lynn out in front, coming down the hill by the Barbie Jeep section there.
Back to Tim Durkin on core. That onboard camera is absolutely amazing. We got another spin out. Course is getting a little loose. That blue groove is really starting to set in. There's the 121 of Paxton Schindel.
Yeah, that 121 Paxton Schindel, that car looking very, very nice.
So first place is Ryan Ryder Hall, Carson Vale, and then Paxton Schindel. Carson Vale's from my neck of the woods out of Edgerton, Kansas. I see Marvin's out here helping him out.
Carson Vale, no stranger to the front of the pack either. I've watched Carson race several races out here, and he's done an excellent, excellent job.
And in the heat race, he didn't have four-wheel drive, so he was just kind of lollygagging through there and said, hey, we'll get him in the main event, and that's what Carson Vale is doing.
That's exactly right. We got to talk to his dad, and they were just trying to make it happen in this race. They're not just trying to make it happen, they're trying to get that win.
There is action everywhere you look, all over this race course. Going high, going low, going everywhere. My man Marvin's giving me the high five. Carson Vale out front in the Amateur NA.
Ian Lynn is on the gas in that Crown Racing car. He's trying to get up front and stay up front. Austin Vanover in that second position is absolutely charging. There you see Ian Lynn going down the spillway.
That car has been putting in work today, and it is flying. And let's go back to Carson Vale out of Edgerton, Kansas. That kid's only 13 years old.
13 years old, super young, and he's always out here charging to the front of the pack. You know, he had a little mishap earlier, came back in this main, and he's like, no, not a problem. I know where to go. I'm going there right now. And that's what he's working on as we speak. You can see him there duking it out.
There's Ian Lynn as he heads out for his second lap. Finishing his second lap, so we are halfway through this race. So did Austin Vanover move into the lead?
It looks like it, but I'm not really sure. Maybe Ian Lynn, did he have a problem with the car? We gotta keep. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe they're having some scoring issues because Ian Lynn right there is still out in your lead right now.
Yeah, that's the number 18 of Ian Lynn. So we got something wrong on our end. I do apologize, but there is action everywhere.
Look at that, Carson Vale right there making the charge up the hill. Dad is pumped. I see him. Look at him. There he goes. He's going to take that line. Look at that. Right into the number one spot right there. Great move.
Less than 10 seconds, tenth of a second between Carson Vale and Ryder Hall.
Yeah, that was a heck of a move right there. Carson Vale got a great drive going up the hill and just made the move on him. You see Carson right there coming back down the hill. He's going to check out now and try to get some breathing room.
Carson Vale getting a little slideways before he hits the G-Force launch. And a huge bicycle with a save. I believe that was Ryder Hall.
Yeah, that's going to definitely give Carson Vale the breathing room that he's been looking for right there. One of those little bobbles is going to allow that gap to spread out.
Back in car with Tim Durkin. This is our fourth and final main event of the day, but we still have action. If you're here on site, we got Ultra 4 pre-running. We have the MX motorcycle free show tonight.
Yeah, there you
Freestyle,
go.
Sorry.
Freestyle motorcycle show. But yeah, no, we're going to be doing that freestyle FMX show up going on a little bit later. We got Matt Byton, Kenny the Cowboy Bartram. We got Anthony Murray, Derek Berlew, Scott Champion. I mean, the whole squad. Me and my man Denny Stevenson, you heard him on the mic down here with me just a little bit ago. A legend himself. We'll be up there calling all that action coming up later on today. Super excited for that. It's been a great time hearing the fans get loud.
It's been an amazing week. We had the rodeo. We've had the mega truck. We have Scott Douglas in house, the voice of Monster Jam, calling the shots. How cool is that?
Yeah, and as you see right there, the white flag is coming out. Ian Lynn, one more lap to go. Austin Vanover in that second spot. And then we got some battling right behind him there.
Back on board with Tim Durkin. There's Ian Lynn on screen. Still pushing strong. Starting to pull away with the lead just a little bit.
Ian Lynn
917 of Kendra Hoop still running strong, but back to Ian Lynn.
Yeah, Ian Lynn's the man to beat right now in this amateur turbo. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Ian got about a 6-second lead, it looks like, with one lap left. So, you know, it's going to be a big task for Austin Vano to run down Ian Lynn, but you race until the checkers because you never know what could happen.
It's going to be a race to the finish, but to finish first you must finish. The white flag is out, and we have got one last lap of this main event.
Carson Vale leading the charge.
Ryder Hall fell off just a little bit.
Yeah, Paxton Schindel moves into that second spot, and I can tell you right now, Paxton Schindel's car is fast. So he is going to try to do everything he can in this last lap to run down Carson Vale. Not
we
sure
have
if
less
he can do
than
it.
3 seconds between the top three there, Matt. We've got a race for the amateur NA.
Yeah, all the look at that, Ian Lynn right there, nice and smooth, trying to finish this thing off, sending it over that tabletop and heading into the spillway section. Only a few more corners for Ian Lynn and one big jump, and he should be
Bringing it
right
on
to the
home.
checkers. Yeah.
That car has done work all day long. That Can-Am has been flowing.
You know what? I bet you I'm going to tell you where the busiest spot here is going to be in the next hour.
Vendor Village?
No.
The Lazy River?
The Wash Bays.
The Wash Bays. They've got it all here at Mid-America Outdoors. They pull out all the stops and just do one heck of a job with everything they do.
There it is right there. Ian Lynn in that Crown Racing machine loaned to him by the man Ryan Tewksbury. Ryan Tewksbury standing right in front of me. He's so pumped, letting his buddy run that car and his buddy taking the win for that Crown Racing team. Big congrats to Ian Lynn. Austin Vanover in that second spot with Tim Durkin in the third position for your amateur turbo.
What a great race, but it's not over yet. We still have the NA. So is it going to be Carson Vale or Paxton Schindel or Ryder Hall coming into the finish line first? It's going to be a battle to the end, but the number 999 of Carson Vale out of Edgerton, Kansas, 13-year-old kid, looks like he's going to get the checker flag, and he does. Carson Vale just barely sneaks it out over Paxton Schindel. That was one heck of a race, and then it's Ryder Hall rounding out the top three. And the amateur NA, once again, amateur NA goes to Carson Vale, then Paxton Schindel, and then Ryder Hall. In that fifth position, or in the amateur turbo, it goes to Ian Lynn, Austin Vanover, then Tim Durkin. Looks like Logan Ellis gets that fourth spot. Fifth position goes to Cruz Burchard. Brecken Sage in sixth. Grant Honeycutt in seventh. Caden Ellis in eighth. We saw earlier, Bree Molitor literally drove the wheels off her car. She lost the driver's front tire. We've had quite a few wrecks going on today, but the safety crew here at Mid-America is top-notch. Need to give JT Taylor a huge shout-out, the race director that's overseeing everything. He's our global race director with us at Ultra 4 Racing. Got Matt Edmondson down there waiting for our winners to come to have a chat, hanging out with all his friends. We need to give some love to Dennis Anderson Extreme Monster Truck Experience, Hammer King Productions, Ultra 4 Racing, National Rock Racing Association, Pro Rock Racing, and Mid-America Off-Road Racing. We've all kind of joined forces and put on a great show for you. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. We also need to give a huge shout out to everybody in Vendor Village. We have Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wraps, Moto Race Tire, Off-Road Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax Belts. Looks like Matt's down there. Take it away, buddy.
All right. Can you hear me up there, Miles? Can you hear me good? All right. I'm standing here with my man Ian Lane, and I've been told right now that you're actually the owner of Boustain, right?
That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me.
Well, okay, so I want to jump into this real fast. You came out here, you borrowed Tewksbury's car, and you put this thing on top of the box. How's it feel?
Dude, you got to walk the walk if you're going to have somebody run your fuel. So I stole the car from him, and, I mean, that's all it says.
Well, I know you made him proud. He came down here, he gave me a big high five. And, dude, I'm telling you right now, you should come out here and do this way more often with us because that was an impressive run. Congratulations on the big win. What a weekend to do it here at Visions at Mid-America Outdoors. And any sponsors, anybody you want to thank?
Oh, I mean, Boustain driven, wouldn't have hooked up without Maxxis and Raceline, but it all wouldn't be possible without good buddies like Tuke, so.
I agree, man. Tuke's a good buddy, and I know he's had a big day today. And you guys, we're all going to meet up for some beers later. Let's go celebrate. But congratulations, brother. Thanks for being here. And everybody put your hands together right now for Ian Lane. All right, Miles, that's it for us down here. I'm not sure. Is Carson coming down? Well, I will tell you this. What a day so far of short course racing. I've had a great time. My buddy Miles up here. We've called all this action. And now we're getting ready to move into some other things going on out here. We got a freestyle motocross show coming up later. We got some practice with the Ultra 4s and all that stuff on the track. And we got some concerts later. So don't think it's over. Vision's still going strong. We got a couple more days. But right now, we're moving on to the action. My name is Matt Edmondson with my buddy Miles here from the King of Hammers group in Ultra 4 Racing. We've had a great time calling all this action. Miles, what do you got to say, man?
Man, it's been such a great day of racing. It's been a great week of racing here at Visions Off-Road, but it is not over yet. It's just over for the day. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time, we kick off Ultra 4 Racing with the 4400 Unlimited cars and the UTV Endurance at 10 a.m. Central Time. So be sure to tune in, ultra4racing.com/live, and we will keep Visions Week rolling here at Mid-America Outdoors. So, again, please tune in again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Again, my name is Miles alongside of Matt, and we will see you in the morning.